112, tell them Blanco sent you. Feel the strangers, if no money exchanges. I got these kids in ranges to leave them niggas brainless. All they told is stainless, you just remain as calm as possible. Make the deal go through. If not, here's 12 shots, we know how you do. Please make your killings clean. Slugs up in between, they eyes like true lies. Kill them and flee the scene. Just bring back the coke or the cream, or else your life is on the shelf. We mean this, Frank. The cats we fucking with put bombs in your mom's gas tank. Let's get this money, baby. They shady, we get shady. Dress up like ladies and burn them in dirty 380s. Then they come to kill our babies. That's all out. I got gats that blow the wall out. Clear them all out. Fuck the fallout. Word to stretch, I bet they pussy. The 7 digits push me, fucking real. Here's the deal. I got 100 bricks, 14.5 a piece. Enough to cop 6, buy the house on the beach. Supply the peeps with jeeps, brick a piece. Capiche? Everybody getting cream, no one considered the leech. Think about it now, that's damn near 1.5. I kill them all, I'll be set for life. Frank, pay attention, these motherfuckers is henchmen. Renegades, if you die, they still get paid. Extra probably, fuck a robbery. I'm the boss. Promise you won't rob them, I promise. But of course, you know I have my fingers crossed. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being scared of a nigga that breathe the same air as me. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being shook, we can both pull burners, make the motherfucking beef cook. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture a nigga hiding my life in that man's hands while he just decides. Niggas bleed just like us. I'd rather go toe to toe with all of y'all. Running ain't in my protocol. Since it's on, I call my nigga Arizona Ron from Tucson. Push the black Yukon. Usually had the slow grooves on. Mostly rock the Osley. Stupid as a youngin', chose not to move wisely. Sharper with game, him and his crooks called the jooks. Heard it was sweet, about 350 a piece. Ron bought a truck, 2 bricks laid in the cut. His peeps got bucked, got locked the fuck up. That's when Ron vanished. Came back, speaking Spanish, lavish habits, 2 rings, 20 carats, here's the criminal. Nigga made America's most, killed his baby mother brother, slit his throat. The nigga got back with the toast, weeded, took it to trial, beat it. Now we feel he undefeated, he mean it. Nothing to lose, tattooed around his gun wounds. Everything to gain, embedded in his brain. And me, I feel the same. For this money, you dying. Especially if my daughter crying, I ain't lying. Y'all know the signs. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being scared of a nigga that breathe the same air as me. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being shook, we can both pull burners, make the motherfucking beef cook. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture a nigga hiding my life in that man's hands while he just decides. Niggas bleed just like us. I'd rather go toe to toe with all of y'all. Running ain't in my protocol. We agreed to go and shooting is silly because niggas could be.
What is good, everybody? It's your man EC1 coming at you with a live stream call-in. We're going to do the call-in later, but I just want to come and talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, Howie Roseman, the way he's able to maneuver contracts, get out of bad deals. And he ended up trading Bryce Huff to the San Francisco 49ers. You know, it's so crazy. I had a 49er fan yesterday. I think it was at work, right? A 49er fan. I saw him try to leave. And I'm like, yo, appreciate you for taking Bryce Huff. He's like, man, I don't even know who the fuck that is. On everything, I was sitting back like, okay, let me show them this video. I showed him the video. He's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. He was so angry, bro. I was laughing because when I showed him falling on his ass, he's like, man, get the hell out of here, man. It just shows you that a lot of people don't know who Bryce Huff is until you actually see what he looks like, man. I want to thank Darius Slay and Bradbury for helping our young corners. We do save, I believe, here, let me pull it up real quick. We saved today for those two, since it's June 1st. We saved, hold up, let me pull it up real quick. Darius Slay will set his cap number 4. The Eagles dropped from $13.77 million to $9.44 million this year. He will count for $13.26 million on cap in 2026. Slay signed a 1-year deal million with the contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Philadelphia released Bradbury before the start of free agency. According to over the cap salary numbers from 400.86 million to 276 million, with 7.75 million day money hitting the books in 2026. And so the Philadelphia Eagles, according to the cap, will carry 555,531 point. I'm sorry, 500,000 500 sorry 55,531.930. I'm sorry, 5,500,000 5,531.930 in dead money. Okay. Jason Kelsey, 16,000. I'm sorry, 1,600,000.438 million. Josh Sweat, 1,600,000.438 million. We just we'll be getting out of all these contracts. Fletcher Cox, 10,000,000. Okay, because he didn't make that much. When we ended his contract, he made 10,100,000. C.J. Garner Johnson, 400,620 million. Mekhi Becton, 300,484.706 million. Devin White, 200,193.412 million. Zach Bond, who we just signed, was 100,000. So all these contracts total, the Eagles will have 55.531.930 million by 2026. That's all these contracts that we let go. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles also, let me pull it up. Okay. With Darius Slay's June 1st cut, the Eagles gained 600,402 million of cap space thanks for June 1st destination for Slay and Bradbury. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles, I truly believe. What's up, Philly Hat? I'm going to send you the link, dude, if you want to come on, bro. I truly believe you had to get rid of Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff rubbed me the wrong way still. You're throwing out the peace sign, like, it's just childish, bro. Childish. He blames everybody else but his mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying we should have never signed him. No, you had to sign him because at the time you didn't know if Nolan Smith was going to be anything special. Now I knew that, but there was questions in the building. Could Nolan Smith translate into our elite pass rusher? Could he be that guy that we drafted him in the first round out of Georgia? There was a lot of questions. Was he too small? Could he be able to bend the way he did? And he showed a lot of promise. Him and Jalix Hunt, a guy that was third rounder. You know what I'm saying? So you had to sign a Bryce Huff, unfortunately. And unfortunately, you had to pay, a price a little bit. But Howie Roseman, one thing about him, he gets out of those deals, man. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody's saying you can't trade this guy. Not with Howie Roseman, bro. He'll get you up out of here. If he thinks that you're not valuable, or he don't think that you're a good cause for this team, or he don't think that you're worth his time to sign, or he don't think that you're worth being on this team for some reason, he'll get you up out of here. He'll find a way to get you up out of here. He's a cap space guru, man. The way he manipulates contracts, the way he maneuvers contracts and gets out of those deals, it's phenomenal. To get out of Bryce Huff's contracts, San Francisco 49er fans are going around going crazy talking about John Lynch fleeced the Eagles. Did he really? Because when you look at it, most of the salary that you're paying is down the road. Yeah, we would be paying some of the salary, but you're paying most of it down the road. The dead cap hasn't even hit yet. So when the dead cap hits, we'll see who has the last laugh. Because when the 49ers need to sign Bosa in the next couple years now down the road, they ain't going to have the money to do that. Bryce Huff is going to affect them. I'm telling you right now, the 49er fans sitting there laughing. Okay, laugh at Mr. Two Sags, bro. I'm sitting back laughing right now. You get a mid-peck back for this bum. He doesn't do nothing. He wasn't a leader. He wasn't an elite player. He was a cancer player that we brought in thinking he would be something special. He was nothing but a distraction. and we got him up out of here. Okay, so we're not thanking Bryce Huff. He didn't do shit for us. He just doesn't deserve a Super Bowl ring. If it was up to me, he would have just a ring pop. Okay, that's the only thing he deserves, a ring pop to suck on since he stinks. Pause. But that's what he needs, a ring pop instead of an actual Super Bowl ring, because he didn't deliver nothing. He didn't show up in any games. He didn't deliver one anything. He didn't do nothing. He was mostly on the bench. He was a bench warmer. He was a bench rider. So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for what the money that we have. And the Eagles can make a lot of moves. Obviously, they can go out and get a guy like Jalen Ramsey. I don't want Jalen Ramsey. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you I don't want him because I think he's overrated. I don't think he's the same player. I watched some of the Marvin Harrison routes, and I watched him get burned. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a Jalen Ramsey because I don't think him and Vic Fangio gets along. And if the Eagles trade for Jalen Ramsey, what does it say about Keely Ringo, who you moved up to a third-round pick to move up to get? You traded a third-rounder to move up and take him. So to give him a chance would be a smart idea. I think Ringo has it. I think Ringo has developed enough. Let the kid play and let's see what he has. I know a lot of people say Ringo is sorry, he's not good. But how do you know? How do you know? You never know until you actually see him on the field. So people can bash shit Keely Ringo. They can talk about the 2023. Listen, in 2023, nobody was good on that team. And you can blame two people on that team. And that was Sean Desai and Matt Patricia. You can't hold that on Ringo, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold that on Ringo when he had James Bradbury on his team where he was in and out. But I think it's going to have a big step. I'm going to tell you, Keely Ringo's going to have a breakout year, man. I'm telling you right now, he's going to have a breakout year. I like the kid. I think the kid has some upside to him, and I think that we haven't given him a fair shot. He's only 22 years old. So I think, going out and get a Jalen Ramsey would just be pointless. Number one, you would have to spread his dead cap money because he does come with a dead cap. And number two, why would you pay for a 30-year-old when I just got rid of a 31-year-old with Slay in Pittsburgh, man? Like, we just got two 30-year-olds out here, man. I want to go young. I don't want to go get a Trey Henderson. Why do we need him? We just got Antoine Powell Jr., who a lot of people sleeping on, but I'm telling you, that kid's going to break out too. Guy that we got out of Virginia Tech. Go watch his tape. The dude's a dog. And then you got Z Ajuri. Everybody wants to go out and get a TJ Watt. Everybody wants to go out and get a Trey Henderson. We don't need all those guys. We don't need them. We don't need them. We need to extend Dallas Goedert, in my opinion. I think that's the first thing you have to do. I want to keep Dallas Goedert as possible. And then, let the young guys eat. We don't need to spend money, man. So just because you have it does not mean you need to spend it. So that's how teams go in cap hill. And to be honest, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are fine where they are. I think we have the team. I think people need to stop always trying to get everybody else. We don't need nobody else. The only guy that I would go get that I don't think is available is Trayvon Walker. That's it. I'm not going to get no TJ Watt. He's 30 years old and he's coming off injuries. Everybody said, well, you got injured 1 year. Bro, it's not even about the injuries per se to me. It's about I'm not paying a 30-year-old, man. I'm not paying a 30-year-old. Trey Henderson reminds me of the Ryan Kerrigan, bro. Where everybody was hyped about Ryan Kerrigan, and I sat back and said that guy is going to stink for us, man. I don't want no Trey Henderson. I know a lot of people want him because he looked good. Dude, no. We don't need him. I think it's Z Ajuri, whatever his name is, from the Giants that we picked up. I think he can provide a lot of depth. You still got Joshua Uche. You don't need to go out and spend on another pass rusher. Then you have to sign these guys to big deals. And then you're back to another Bryce Huff situation if they don't work out. We don't need to do that. We just got out of that guy's deal. Why go and spend for another 30-year-old passer? Now, Bryce Huff was 25 years old, but I'm just saying, why go and spend money when you need to? You also need to think of these contracts down the road. Reed Blanchard needs a contract. You know what I'm saying? The Kobe, do you want to? You still got to pay your first rounder. Remember, we still haven't signed Jahad Campbell. I don't think he got a contract yet. We still haven't signed Andrew McCoy. I don't think he got extended yet. I mean, his rookie, because you have to pay rookie contracts, man. You still got Jalen Carter down the road. Nolan Smith is going to get the bag. So you know, you got to think about this year and the long term down the road, man. You got Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean who's going to get the bag. So you can't just go out and spend money. This ain't Madden, bro, where you can go around and just spend on roster after roster and get players out of nowhere and be all right. No, you have to have a balance. Now, Howie Roseman is great with them. And if Howie Roseman makes a move like that, I'm not going to complain. But I'll say there's no point in going to get them. And I think the Eagles look at their guys that they brought in and say, we don't need a guy like that. Why go and risk get a TJ Watt? Okay, you get a TJ Watt. You got to pay him. Are you going to pay him $40 million? Are you going to pay him $50 million? Because that's how much he's going to want. He's going to want more than Myles Garrett, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I like a TJ Watt. But I don't think the Steelers, number one, is going to trade for him. Trade him. Number two, I don't think the Steelers are going to trade him for less. I think they're going to ask for a lot. He's their whole soul of their defense. And if you want a guy like that, you're going to have to pay the piper. And they're asking to run around and talk about getting another receiver to add to DK Metcalf. So knowing them, they'll ask for someone like A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. And I'm not doing that. You can have Jahan Dotson, but you ain't going to get no Devontae Smith or no A.J. So, no, that wouldn't work like that. And I think that would be the only way they would move on from T.J. Watt would be getting one of receivers. And that's not happening. I'm not doing that. Trey Henderson doesn't fit Fangio. You got to understand, these guys got to fit Vic Fangio's system. So when you trade for a guy, does he fit Vic Fangio's system? Vic Fangio plays a 3-down, where you have to be able to cover also. Trey Henderson doesn't do that. Trey Henderson is a guy who just rushes the passer. You need a guy that can be playing the three tech down, I believe. He plays a 3-down, you know what I'm saying, a 4-3, 3-down. And I don't think Trey Henderson fits that defense. I don't think he fits a Vic Fangio. TJ Watt, more likely. Jalen Ramsey, more likely. But, I don't want Jalen Ramsey. I'm cool with Jalen Ramsey staying where he is. Let him go to Washington. Let him go to the Dallas Cowboys. We don't need him. We don't. Let Keely Ringo take the spot and let's see what he has. If he doesn't, then you draft another corner next year in 2026 draft. But we don't need to go out and trade for a 30-year-old when we just got rid of Slade. Then what's the point of getting rid of Slade then? What's the point of cutting these guys and for what, man? Is because they weren't good enough? I mean, come on, bro. Now, could they go out and get a Jalen Ramsey? Absolutely they could. It would not shock me. Number one, because we don't know what the Eagles are thinking in that building. We want Keely Ringo to start, but does the Eagles feel like that? It's up to Howie Roseman and Vic Fangio and Nick Sirianni and what they want. So whatever they decide to do, we have to stick with it, man. If they think that Keely Ringo is not the guy, they will go make the move to go out and get a Jai Alexander or go out and get a Keely or Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Jalen Ramsey is a necessary need, man. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is a guy that you need to go out and get. I think he's washed. I don't think he's the guy anymore. I don't think he was the. I don't think that he would fit what we're looking for, man. And my thing with Jalen Ramsey is the reason why him and Vic Fangio didn't get along is because he wants to play one side. Well, he wants to be that guy. So you would have the only way that Jalen Ramsey would work, honestly, to be honest, if you move Quinyon Mitchell back to number 2. And I'm not doing that because that's why I think Jalen Ramsey, I think a lot of teams are not going after is because he wants to play as a number 1 corner. He also wants a new deal, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So he might want to get paid. And you never know, man. He said he wanted to play on the Super Bowl roster. Well, hey, bro, Kansas City's open up for a cornerback situation. Maybe they'll offer you that money, man. Jalen Ramsey's washed. I agree. I don't want Jalen Ramsey, bro. I'm going to be real with you. Maybe when he was 22 years old, but we fine. Halftime. Like I said, I send you the link, dude. And yeah, man, I don't need a washed up 30-year-old. We just got rid of Slade. We got rid of Mr. Banana Pudding. We're fine, bro. We don't need to go out and get Mr. Banana Pudding, bro. We don't need to go out and get Mr. Banana Pudding. We're fine, bro. We don't need to go out and get another Mr. Banana Pudding, a.k.a. washed up 31-year-old, a.k.a. guy who's coming off nah, man, we fine. We cool. Let Keely Ringo get a chance to start, man. Who else enjoys seeing the Knicks be eliminated? I don't watch basketball, but I heard a lot of people are excited, man. What's up, Mike Dunn? I may be still live in Colorado, but I love my Philly sports. Hey, appreciate you saying fuck New York sports. Everybody saying fuck the Knicks, man. I don't watch basketball, dude, but I heard they lost, man. Hey. I look at the 49ers and they're already in cap hell for paying. Ouch, my arm hurts. Purdy. Oh, well, Purdy, I think, took less than what he was supposed to get, but, they got a lot of guys to pay, man. They got a lot of guys to pay. Um, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me just, so I mean, it's up to you, bro. It's really I'm not up to you. It's really up to Howard Roseman. Sorry, I'm just why I'm saying it. But yeah, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are a team that could go after Jalen Ramsey. But I mean, the fact that you have interest in it's not only that; it's the fact that I don't think him and Fangio gets along. So why would you go out and trade for a guy? Let's say they're interested in Jalen Ramsey. Why would you do that when Fangio doesn't get along with him? I think that would be a disservice to Fangio, honestly, because you would get a guy that doesn't get along with him. Unless Fangio says, "Hey, I can get along with Jalen Ramsey. It's nothing, no beef, nothing," then those reports are fake. But we don't need him. I agree, halftime. I agree. I don't think we need a Jalen Ramsey, bro. I don't think that we need to go out and get a Jalen Ramsey, man. I think that we're fine. We don't need to spend money, bro. The Philadelphia Eagles got so much money right now that they can go out and just continue to draft well. You need those money for players to sign, bro. So if you go out and spend it, you end up being like the 49ers. We have a Super Bowl roster. Why go out and spend money? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to go out and get a Trey Henderson, does that make your team better? Absolutely it does. But I think that we're fine the way we are. You know what I'm saying? My thing with Trey Henderson, he reminds me of a Ryan Kerrigan. I don't think he has it anymore. And that's the thing with Ryan Kerrigan. We sign guys who are 30 to 32 years old, trying to fill that Chris Long void in. And it's like, well, Ryan Kerrigan was washed. I knew that from the beginning. I hated that move from the beginning, and I hated it since then, and I hate it now because I knew he would stink. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was telling me Ryan Kerrigan was such a great move. Everybody was saying Ryan Kerrigan, oh my God. Ryan Kerrigan is garbage. Was washed. Did not have a good year. You signed him. And he stunk. But everybody was clowning me for saying that. I don't want no Henderson, bro. I'm telling you, he's another Ryan Kerrigan. If they trade for him, it's any team who trades for him, I don't think it's going to be the same player that he was in the Bengals. I'm going to tell you right now. If we trade for Trey Henderson, I think he's going to be another Ryan Kerrigan. I just gut feeling my gut. Maybe it's just Bubba guts, but I just don't want no Trey Henderson, bro. I just don't. I don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Not too young. We some not too young. We some veterans. Yeah, bro. If you want to go get a judge, and here's the thing, man. Maybe people will disagree with me. Just throwing this out. I'm not saying I'm an ex. Listen, I say what I want, whether people like it or not. If somehow Sidney Brown does not win the job against Reed Blankenship or Makuba, would you trade Sidney Brown or would you like waive him and then go out and get a Justin Simmons to be that number 3 option? Let me know in the comments. Or would you keep Sidney Brown as the number 3 and stay away from Justin Simmons? Just saying. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Sidney Brown is gone. I think Sidney Brown is gone. I've been telling y'all this. I told you when we drafted him. I don't think Sidney Brown is a number 1 safety. People told me I was wrong. People in the comments tell me, well, Sidney Brown, he's going to be good. He was never going to be the number 1 guy. And I told you that when Fig Vangel came in, he did not like him. And I think that Sidney Brown could be a guy that Howard Roseman could trade. It's not an overreaction. Where's he going to play? Reed Blankenship, he ain't taking Reed Blankenship's job. He ain't taking Makuba's job. They obviously trust Tristan McCollum over him. So where does he play?
And the thing with him, he is
what's up, halftime? How you doing, dude? Talk to
me. Doing good. The thing with him is he can't stay healthy.
Go ahead.
I said the thing with him is he can't stay healthy, and that's a problem. Like, hey, I liked him. I wanted him. But if you are not available to play, then that's one of the issues with him. Can't stay healthy. I need people that can stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and also he wants to hit, but he can't wrap up.
He he's trying to hit like Brian Dawkins. But you can't hit like Brian Dawkins used to hit no more because of the way the NFL is now. There's a difference. You can't hit like that no more. You can't have that Brian Dawkins hit no more. Even though everybody wants to see it, can't have it. The NFL is making sure you don't hurt somebody. Brian Dawkins is trying to put you in the ground. He wants to bury you. And you're not getting that no more from these guys. But, that's the thing. Like, that's just the thing. He can't have that attitude no more. He has to be able to learn how to wrap people up. And he don't. And I like him. I really like him a lot.
I do too.
He's just he's a ball hawk. He can eye up the guy. He knows the play, but he just can't.
He's a good special teamer.
Yes.
Safety.
I need another safety. I need Simmons here.
You want Justin Simmons?
If Justin Simmons comes here, I'll be happy. But you know what? I like what Howie Roseman did. I can't complain. In the draft, I can't complain what he did. One person complain what he did. Let me know. Because everything that did, he got all the pieces we lost, and we went and got all the pieces that we lost, and we got better, and we got younger.
Yeah. I have time. I didn't want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about Bryce Huff?
I didn't want him in the beginning. I didn't want to be in the beginning. We just gave him a ring, and now he's over there beating his chest. Like, yo, I got a ring. I was a Super Bowl champion.
He doesn't deserve a Super Bowl ring. He deserves a gummy bear, man. He deserves a ring pop.
How bad is the damn? It's like, what was the our one guy we had? Hargrave. He went over there and he was supposed to be the shit. He was the shit here. No, he just worked good on our defense because our defense is good. Now you gave him all that money. He's ass. Then you get rid of Hargrave.
Hargrave produced.
Bryce Huff
produced this support on his ass.
Anyway, he got Huff like, he's going to be the guy. Like, no, he's not. Huff couldn't do that. Huff, what did he get? 2 tackles or 2 sacks?
That's why he threw the peace sign on. Hey, 2 sacks, Mr. Huff.
Yeah, it's like, I think I could get that.
like my thing is, right, to even do that, it's like, bro, how classless do you got to be? Like, the fact that you didn't even thank Howie Roseman and Jeff Lloyd for even signing you to that money, because, like, you stole money, and then you stole a Super Bowl ring that you didn't even play in. They sat you on a bench, and they said, we're going to start a guy like Jalix Hunt over you. We're going to start a 36-year-old Brandon Graham over you. We're going to start a guy like Nolan Smith over you. He didn't have one snap in the biggest game. He did not have one snap. They told him in OTAs to stay home. When you are told to stay home, that's how much they think of you. And the fact that they trade you to San Fran and not another team, they trade you in a conference, that shows you that Howie Roseman and Vic Fangio and Sirianni does not think of him as a guy that's going to be a threatened piece down the road.
Hold on. Brandon Graham rips his freaking goddamn muscle off his bone. And they said,
it was a healthy scratch.
Play the game because I can't put Huff in here. Can you play with this ripped muscle off your bone? Because Huff sucks. I can't. Brandon Graham goes, okay, I'll play. It's like, I got to play with a freaking ripped muscle off the bone because the guy behind me sucks. Yeah, it's bad.
Dude, he's scratching.
I was glad that we got rid of him.
They go sit him on the bench. So, we get out of his contract. He throws the piece on. All right, buddy. You think you're cool. You think you're suddenly hot shot because you get to go to Robert Saleh and he had 10 sacks with him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I just like the fact that we got a mid pick back from him. I mean, the fact that we even got a pick back from him. I was thinking of a strawberry and crustables just back from him. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking a bag of Doritos. The fact that we got a mid pick back from him, hey man, I'll take it any day. You can get a 4th round pick, a 3rd round pick. I was thinking a 7th round pick, maybe. I wasn't even thinking a 7th round pick.
I was thinking a 5th. I think it's going to be a 5th. So that's still not bad. You know, I think it's going to be a 5th, but I think it has to deal with. That's why they didn't tell you that what pick it's going to be, because it is up to terms of how he does on the field. If he don't make the field, or if he don't make the cut, which is possible, it goes down. It's going to go down to like a 7. Well, he didn't make our cut. I mean, he could possibly not make the cut on San Fran's team.
Oh, they need pass rushers, man. They need pass rushers. He'll play. He just won't play as many as people think. He'll fall on his ass the first game, and everybody will be like, no. It's just he's trying to get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't get him to fall on his ass. I hope they put a whole clip of him just falling on his ass every time. Just fall on your face, fall on your ass, fall on, whatever, everything but the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He don't fall on the quarterback, but that Falcons game, every time they show that clip of him falling and slipping, it's like, what was it, field slippery or what? Was your cleats did you not tie your shoes? Like, the dude stinks, man. I'm sorry. Everybody who thinks this guy's good, I don't know what you watch. Like, I know when good players are good. If he just had a down year, okay, that's fine. But the fact that you had the best defense corner who just won a Super Bowl, okay, this wasn't Sean Desai. Okay, thank you. That's why Cowboy fans think week 1 is going to be easy. I'm telling everybody, like, not to jump off topic. The Cowboy fans are going to find out real quick that our defense corner that you played last time in 2023 is not the same defense corner you played this year coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Because, but anyway, let me get back to the topic. I jumped off a little bit. I mean, this is a defensive coordinator that had one of the best coaches you could have for a guy that had a breakout year with the Jets. And you couldn't even get him on the field because he couldn't even stand up. He couldn't even do anything he was supposed to. Like, he talked about, I don't play like this. Well, then why the hell did you sign here? If you knew your system did not fit the Eagles, why did you take the money? Because you took
the money. And it's the money. Money talks and bullshit walks. You're like, yo, I can do whatever you want. Just pay me my money.
So it's like, I don't feel bad for him because, like, you took the money. You could have
but he got, he got what he really wanted, though. He got what he really wanted. He got a fucking ring. He got his Super Bowl. Do you know how hard it is for some of these athletes to go get the Super Bowl? They get the Super Bowl ring, and then they go get paid. And they go for the bag of money.
Yeah,
because they want the ring. They want the ring. They want the knowledge. And they're like, oh, look how great I am. But you really didn't do that on the team.
Yeah, how many sacks he have? 2?
Huh?
He had 2, 2.5, 1.5.
Yeah, 2.5 sacks. I mean,
because Daniel Jones.
I'm glad he's gone.
Who the other one was that Jaden Daniels in the 4th quarter in the NFC Championship game as they were getting beaten?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you.
Not to get off topic, but the Dallas Cowboys, you ready for this? The Dallas Cowboys are going to be probably worse than the New York Giants. They're going to be dead last in our division.
Who?
I'm not all hyped up on the guy they got from Pittsburgh. I'm telling you now, they're going to be dead. I am tired of the Dallas Cowboy fans saying how great they're going to go to the Super Bowl now because we got another wide receiver. Remember when they got Cooks? What did I say? Cooks was going to be ass for him. I'm like, oh, we got another 1,000-yard wide receiver. You're not getting another 1,000-yard wide receiver because that means CeeDee Lamb don't get his.
You're Mr. Number One, who's better than
That's why the Dallas Cowboys are going to be like dead last in our division.
Hey, halftime. I'm not an expert, but I just want you to read this for a second, then we'll give it to this comment. Because everybody thinks, and people forget, this is the defensive corner that Dak is playing week 1.
Yeah.
This is the defensive coordinator that's not named Sean Desai, that's not named Matt Patricia, that's not named Jonathan Gannon, the guy that owns Dak Prescott, who's absolutely owned him. And they run around here talking crazy. Who do y'all think you are? When I heard Boss Cowboy come on my channel, and the thing was, right, he told me that, and if you watch our live stream, I didn't let him get away with shit. Like, I told him, well, you're being Philly-ish. No, I'm being realistic. When
No,
you
you
tell
gotta be
me that Mozzie Smith is going to have a better year than Jordan Davis, Mozzie Smith can't get on the freaking field. How the hell is he going to have a better year than Jordan Davis? Well, Dak Prescott's better. Dak Prescott can't win a divisional round game. And when he played against Vic Fangio, he's got shut down. But people forget that Sean Desai was so bad in 2023. He couldn't develop players. He couldn't get these players at their best. And there was so many excuses from Eagle fans, contractors wise, that I argued back for, said Sean Desai is terrible. Philly Hampton was one of them. I think OG Wade Shotton, who was in the building, was another one. That we knew Sean Desai was garbage.
Yep.
And these Cowboy fans are going off the 2023 year, and they forget you didn't play this type of defense that you're about to take week 1. You can talk all you want about Dak's record, whatever stupid record you want. Week 1, I promise you, that stuff is about to end. So, I'm excited, man. Let them keep talking, because when we beat them, I want no excuses. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. I'm tired of all the friggin' stupid shit that's been said. Like Dak Prescott saying that, they're a Super Bowl team. Like, yo, dude, like, you didn't even make the whole season. Like, come on. Yeah, we could have beat the Eagles. Like, where did you come up with this?
I keep on saying I think Cowboy fans smoke crack when they become Cowboy fans. I really do. Because some of this stuff that they say is just asinine and ridiculous. Like, they're arguing that CeeDee Lamb is better than A.J. Brown. No, he just gets targeted more. That doesn't mean he's better. It's like, bro, you went and got George Pickens because CeeDee Lamb can't be the number 1. He has to be the number 2. Okay? Stop it. Stop trying to act like you're smart when you're not. And when I hate Cowboy fans run around to, I watch film. Well, if you watched film, why the hell would you take CeeDee Lamb over AJ Brown?
Yeah. George Pickens is not getting 1,000 yards.
Jordan Davis. Mozzie Smith can't get on the field. He's another Taco Charlton on a different position of the defense, man. Stop it. But they watch film. What's up, OG Wade? How you feeling about the Bryce Huff trade? Talk to me, man. How you feeling, bro?
Deuces, how y'all doing, brother? Listen, the trade. I'd like to thank Bryce Huff for his brief stay here in Philadelphia. I wish the young brother, all the best in the future. And I think it was good on both ends. We needed to be rid of him, and he needed to be away from us. So it's a good thing. He got a Super Bowl. He got some money in his pocket. And we, I want people to understand something. Like, when Howie Roseman makes moves like that, and you miss on it, this is why Howie Roseman makes multiple moves.
Yep.
Because you don't know what's going to hit. So if you put enough irons in that fire, and whichever one gets hot is the one you move with, what Howie Roseman is so brilliant at is he allocate a certain pool of money for a position. And this is a good businessman. And what he did is he allocated a certain amount of millions of dollars for that position.
Yep.
Rather we got it from Josh Sweat, rather we got it from Nolan Smith, rather we got it from Huff, we got it. So there is not a miss. You didn't waste no money. You basically you ain't paying Nolan Smith any money So basically you got a Super Bowl a la Nolan Smith with some dynamite play. Basically, all you got to do is stamp that production that you got from Nolan Smith and Josh Huff onto what Huff didn't give us. Joshua, you know what I'm saying? So it all pans out. It's not about the origin of the money. It's about the product. Did you get your money's worth? And we got a Super Bowl out of it. So you damn right that was well spent 17 million that we spent on this kid. You know? So I'm okay with that.
Do you think Bryce Huff was a deep? Because I think the way he went out was so selfish, man. He throwing the peace sign out. Didn't thank the Eagles organization for giving him money.
Yeah.
You know, it sounded like he just did. I mean, he's before we know he was crying about the fans' criticism. How dare should we criticize a player who got paid so much? I mean, you know, we should pat him on his head. You know, and thank him and say, "Good boy, good boy. We'll God, we'll help you get your confidence back." You know, everybody think that we should be soft on these players and not hold them accountable. And
well, that's the problem in this new day and age. Hey, people are soft. They soft like ice cream, man. They are soft. Like you gotta baby them because they want to feel that they're needed. Like it's like. Who does that in this real world? Like, unless I was growing up wrong, you had to earn respect and earn that you could do something, not just I got it to you.
Yeah, at this point with Bryce Huff's how he handled it, I can't.
You call him Little Huff now.
I can't really. Yeah, I can't really speak to his ignorance or anything like that. I just know that. What our plan was for him, and it didn't work out. You know, people got to learn how to get your feathers ruffled and just shake it off. Like, you know, when a duck gets water on their feathers, they just shake it off. You know what I mean? Shake it off and keep it moving, guys. You know, we gave you more money than anyone would have ever given him. So and you got a Super Bowl. You know how blessed of a player he must be today.
Yes.
You know, he got something that Dan Marino don't have. You know, you got all-time Hall of Famers that don't have a damn Super Bowl, and you got one for nothing, doing anything.
He don't deserve a Super Bowl.
That's the thing. You're right. He's right on that. He got a Super Bowl ring for doing nothing. There's Hall of Famers that ain't got that ring.
Don't deserve it. Leave that stuff on the table, man. Just hit the plane.
Yeah,
like, this Super
Bowl got
ring
the money
and put it on the table, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give it to someone like, I don't know, who contributed that we cut. I'll give it to Devin White before I give it to Bryce Huff.
I would say this here. Here's the problem that you having out of what Bryce is struggling with is the fact that deep down inside he know he doesn't deserve it. Okay, so basically it's eating at his ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's called karma. You know what I'm saying? So he knows that he didn't do anything for the ring. So he really can't even appreciate being a Super Bowl champion, you know. And he's a little salty. So I would give him a bag of peanuts, you know what I mean? To go with that saltiness.
Yeah.
Now, OG Wade, Philly Halftime. Let me ask you a question. Would you go sign Von Miller? Because I know that question was brought up.
No. I'm riding the Howie train in terms of building youth. Right now, we're not. If Washington Redskins or the Commodores, if they would go out and sign him, that would be fitting for them. We're not in that business. We're not in the old man business. We're like the gold standard. We're Super Bowl, and we're trying to repeat. We're not desperate for a DN. We actually, if we don't get no DNs right now, we are solid. We're complete. You know what I'm saying? People look at us losing Josh Sweat, right? Now, remember, this is what people fail to realize. Y'all remember we cut Josh Sweat.
Yep.
And brought him back on a cheap contract, a 1 year prove-it deal.
We were supposed to trade him and Harrison, either him or Hassan Reddick, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Him or Hassan Reddick was supposed to go, right? We were supposed to trade
both of them went.
Right?
but we cut him. We literally cut him, so he was free to go wherever he wanted to go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He came back for less money on a prove it on a 1-year deal. I wouldn't even call it a prove it deal because it wasn't like we were going to extend him after that. You know, we already knew we were moving off of Josh Sweat. But if you look at Josh Sweat's production this year, it was really average at best.
Yeah.
He played well in the Super Bowl. That's
He
it.
didn't really turn it on into the playoffs, I believe. I mean,
Right. Yeah. So we're not losing anything. I'm so excited about Ty Robinson. If you want to know who's going to kick ass this year, Ty Robinson probably will be the best productive D lineman that we have this year because I already know what they're going to do with Jalen Carter. They're going to double him. They're going to triple him. So they're not going to let Jalen Carter wreck your shit. Ty Robinson will be one-on-ones, and he has a motor. Remember, this kid plays like J.J. Watt. That's the type of motor he has. It's not going to turn off.
Yeah, watch him. Yeah, watch him. He's right. Watch him freaking light it up. Because, listen, let's be honest, Jordan Davis is ass.
A guy like World, man, I ain't going to be playing.
I would trade Jordan Davis if I was the Eagles.
No, I wouldn't. No,
I would, but that's just me. I would trade him.
Would you
trade for him now?
Here's where you got to pump your brakes on that, right? If you can remember, we have not had a problem stopping the run since Jordan Davis stepped on this in Philadelphia. Before Jordan Davis,
all he does. He's like 2 days. He's only a 2-down guy.
Listen,
you're about to pay him $100 million for 2 downs.
Why are you worrying about what you're paying for him? It ain't your money. It ain't my money.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't my money. You're right. It ain't my money.
Right. Here's what I know we get out of him. We got a Super Bowl. So I don't give a damn what we paying him. We got a Super Bowl with Jordan Davis playing the position that he's playing, and he's doing exactly what we need him to do. Stop the run and push the pocket. That's all we asking him to do, and he's done over and beyond that.
But yeah,
Hey, OG Wade, I asked halftime this. Would you trade Sidney Brown? Let's say, because I don't think Sidney Brown's going to be starting, right? Would you trade Sidney Brown and then go sign Justin Simmons as the third option?
Again, I don't want no player over 28 on this team. No, I would not. I would trade Sidney Brown for a draft pick because we gave up a lot. I mean, we used a third on him, so he's not trash. You know what I'm saying? I would do that, but Lewis Singh is going to be our starting safety this year.
Makuba, I think so too. I think it's going to be beast.
Yeah, it's going to be Lewis Singh. This was a first-round draft pick. He runs a 4.4. This
Lewis
kid
Singh?
got,
You said Lewis Singh?
Yes.
What about Andrew Makuba?
No, nothing. Nope. The size matters with me in this situation. Now, Makuba, I would put him in Sidney Brown's position, like where we playing him at, and let Makuba earn his way up. But with this Lewis Singh, I watched tape on him. I like his game. He's big, he's fast, and he's exactly what we need for that position. Because the one thing I did not like about C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he wasn't a heady player. He didn't play smart. He was just a guy go out there and do a lot to freelancing, but he do make plays. But if you look at him in coverage, he got beat every time somebody went through the ball at him. They got cash out of him.
So you were happy with trading him?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially when he went on that podcast and pretty much told everybody that he was trafficking women and stuffing marijuana in the cigars they were smoking. Yeah, we got to get. I can't have that kind of guy.
I got a theory, OG. Do you agree that they got rid of CJ Gordon-Johnson and Slade because of the beef back and forth on Twitter? That was the final straw.
No, it wasn't the beef. It was that CJ was off. Like he's off the chain.
He's got a big head problem.
We don't like Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie. That kind of character. That's not us. That's not them. You know what I'm saying? And they gave him a second go around. This was the second chance. Yeah. And he didn't. He did good in terms of making plays, whatever. But when you're talking about locker room morale and things of that nature, you have to do everything that you can do to solidify the locker room to make sure that it's solid and that it's what it fits with the culture that Jalen Hurts lays down as well as the other leaders on the football team. And CJ did not fit the bill.
Yeah, CJ has a mouth. That's
Yeah.
the problem. His mouth just
Yeah.
ran too much.
I like
And
play.
that's why you had to get rid of him. You had to get rid of him because he just ran his mouth. I'm bigger than he thought he was bigger than what he is.
Yeah. And
I mean, we got rid of him the first time. We did okay. Get rid of him again, we'll be fine.
I didn't think you really had to get rid of him. I thought you could have waited one more year. I mean,
he has a mouth problem.
Especially when you have his replacement. It's not like you don't have a replacement for him. You know?
Oh, absolutely now. But at the time, you didn't have nobody under him. Like once you
they had a plan.
Remember, we got Lewis Seen at the end of the year.
Do you honestly think Lewis Seen is going to beat out Makuba for that job? I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I think Makuba's going to start.
No. Makuba, you got to understand, right? Makuba has to learn. He's got to come here and learn the position. Lewis Seen has already been in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So he was just cut because of the injury that he had. So basically, what you're looking for, we're looking for range right now. We're looking for a 6'1" guy that is about a 200-pounder, and he runs a 4.3. 4.4. This guy is, he covers ground, he comes up and make hits, and he's smart. The one thing we were missing at that position is a guy that can cover, receivers from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what CJ struggled with. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I couldn't really see us running it back with him. But Lewis Seen is to me the right pick. Makuba, I would love to see him eventually, come in and be something. But I definitely want to give Lewis Seen this shot because of what I know about him.
We're definitely going back to the Super Bowl this year. I got a feeling on this one, but yeah, I agree with him. I want to be younger. I don't want Von Miller. He's too old. I mean,
so you wouldn't go get TJ Watt?
No, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go get Von Miller. If Von Miller is still
Von Miller, I don't want no Von Miller. I take
don't
a TJ
Von
Watt.
Miller. He's too old. He's just too old. He's done.
Von Miller is 36 years old. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I don't want him.
Yeah, that's a
that was just way too old. I'm like, and what did he do in Buffalo? He didn't do nothing in Buffalo.
No, it's not really that. It's just that I don't believe in taking snaps away from younger guys that we actually trying to
keep the younger guys
as major pieces. If Von Miller comes here, he's only going to be here for a year.
How might not do that though?
What?
Because if he has a domestic violence case against him, then Howie's not going to touch him.
Who? Von Miller?
Yeah.
He's not touching him because of that, but I wouldn't touch him because of his age and how old he is.
Yeah, he's not a.
And he wasn't that good in Buffalo. If everybody remembers, he kind of got benched a couple of games.
Yeah, but the beauty about this team is it has no needs.
Yes,
not
no
one.
Needs.
Has no needs. So anything that you,
I would keep the young guys, man. I think that we had a great draft, and I want to see what Antoine Powell Jr. Man, I think the kid's going to blow up. And I'm telling you, in the preseason, he's going to be.
We got an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Why did everybody saying we don't have an edge rusher? We got an edge rusher.
Yeah, I like the guy out of Virginia Tech also.
Yeah, the guy from the Giants that we got off of. The dude got 6 sacks, and he only played 6 goddamn games.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Just give the Eagles some of the keys to their franchise, man. We just take the players, we turn them into stars, and we just beat the hell out of them every time, man.
Yeah, but wait until our defensive line is going to be so stacked. And this is the problem where everybody's not focusing on how stacked our defense is. Like we'll be fine. Vic Fangio is going to have this team just where he wants it. It's going to be awesome. The corner we got to shut down fucking corners. Mm-hmm. We got to shut down corners. We got guys, on their own island.
Yeah.
We got a guy that he's on his own damn island. Like, I got it covered over here. You guys do whatever you all want. I got it covered. I don't care who you put against me over here. And that's the thing you got to look at.
Do y'all think Nakobe Dean has a shot of being a starter? Because there's a lot of depth now, man. You know, you did
Um,
draft a dude from Georgia. What's his
well,
name?
right now, I don't think Nakobe Dean is ready to play, and I don't think he'll be ready to play until like maybe mid-season. So we
Yeah.
ain't really got to entertain that conversation.
I agree with that one. He's not
You
going to be
draft
ready
Jahad
yet.
Kim. I'm excited to see Jahad Kim, bro. I'm telling you, I think the kid's going to be good.
Yeah,
Him and Brett Vaughn, I think they're your future, dude. I really do. I think that you got your future linebackers, man. You know, say they need to rip the jersey off Bryce Huff like in that meme, and they need to give Jahad Campbell that jersey, man. I'll give him 0 and let him start. Right, I mean, I think he's going to be ready before Nakobe Dean.
I like
I
what
mean,
we did
in
at
Nakobe Dean,
linebacker.
you're in a tough situation. OG Wade left. He'll probably be back. But no, I appreciate him coming on. But you know, like him and Zach Bond, man, like those two just they're going to be physical, man. Like, do you know
Yeah.
how dangerous that is to get him? And it's
Yep.
like, again, to get him where you did, the way he fell, because what I was shocked when we drafted a linebacker. I thought we were going to go at the corner, maybe we were going to
I'm
move
glad
back.
we got
I did not think
linebacker.
in years we would take a linebacker.
We
In the
don't. We
first,
never normally do. We don't do linebackers and we don't do corners. And Howie Roseman has changed
absolutely,
ever since he got shipped to fucking the dungeon. He has changed
the
corners.
Dutch.
He's going linebackers. I mean, you know what I mean? Like he has changed his attitude now. He is picking this team, and it's awesome. And we're young. I love being the young one. I don't want to worry about being old anymore. I'm tired of being old. I
Hey
mean,
man, Jahad Campbell's gonna be a beast, dude. It- you know, hey,
Jeff, what do you got, man? What do you got? What do you got? Don't throw your pencil on me. I'll throw one of these at you right back at you.
I like that. I'll throw this right back at you. I mean, come on. He got here with a beer can. And like
Howie Thugman, man, Howie Thugman with the thug
yo,
ski.
he got a beer can mug on his head. He's like, yo, I like his attitude anymore. I like how he's running the show.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people are not liking that we gave Saquon Barkley all that money.
Don't let
Dude,
Saquon
stop!
Barkley.
You give him that money. He deserved it.
Absolutely. Dude, Saquon Barkley deserves. I thought you talking about no one likes Howard Roseman, man. Anybody who don't like Howard Roseman, I don't care.
But it was a great.
like
This is going to be an awesome year.
You know, I'm the biggest Howard Roseman hater, man. I'm the first one you mentioned when you talk about Howard Roseman hater. EC1 is the biggest Howard Roseman hater. And
Listen, I was a big Howie Roseman hater. Like every year, I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it," because we're fucking jerk. I was going to just trade the pick.
Here we go again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he changed, man, and I think because what you said, Jonathan Harvey, not to cut you off, is Laurie serious about this. Laurie took some power away from himself, and he gave it to Howard Roseman. We found out, the Rager pick wasn't Howard Roseman, it was Jeffrey Laurie. We thought JJR Umbrella Boy was JJR. No, it was because when Howard Roseman had a chance to trade JJ, what did he do? He sent him to Seattle.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we should have got him instead of you. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like he changes ways, man. He's not afraid to make a mistake, but he will correct it, just like the Bryce Huff thing.
He's not scared to trade a first-round pick. He's scared to trade nothing. He don't give a damn. He's like, I got this, but I'm going to get what I'm going to win in the trade. No matter what you guys do, I'm going to win in the trade. Now, the problem is with Howie Roseman is nobody wants to trade with him anymore because he's like stingy. Why you always got to win? Why can't we win?
They traded with him because we gave him Bryce Huff.
Like said, in the draft.
Pass rusher, here you go, man. Robert Saleh knows him. Hey, here you go. Just give him some. Okay. Done.
It's really funny because have you seen the links where Howie Roseman's like, nobody wants to trade with us. Nobody wants to trade with me. I'm trying to trade up and I can't trade up. Falcons just trade up. Would they give up? A first, a 3, and a 4? And they're like, that's why, because freaking somebody trading like that.
And I mean, Barkley's a monster. You remember all the
Barkley's
Giant
ready for this easy one. I'm gonna say
talking like
this.
Barkley was the leader. Do you remember how many Giant fans were telling us in our comments that he was washed, that he wasn't going to be nothing?
He's washed.
And
He's
now here
hurt. Can't
Can't
stay healthy.
Barkley was washed.
You ready
said
for
he
this?
was 6 games.
You ready for this one? He's going to get over 2,000 yards again.
He's going to break
time. I don't want to hear any
right
fucking Eagles fan tell me that dude better not go get the fucking record. He's going to do it this year.
He's going to break the record this year, man. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, I was so pissed at Eagles fans saying not to go let him break the fucking record. You let him break the goddamn record. I was pissed. I'm like,
I know you were.
He should be on Mount Rushmore right now, and you're not letting him.
You won the Super Bowl. I'm okay with that, man. As long as you won the Super Bowl, I didn't care. Now, if you didn't win the Super Bowl, I'd be like, all right, bro, you still in.
Yeah, but if people are saying, "Oh, this one game he could get hurt," dude, he can get hurt. He can get hurt going freaking to the grocery store.
I mean, I don't think the Giants were good enough to hurt him, really, be honest, because I think they were just ready to end their season, man. They weren't. You could tell that first snap, they were done. They were done. They had nothing.
Yeah, but I think that Barkley fucking run over 100 yards on his team.
Ran pretty good. Was that Shipley?
Yeah,
and he was able to run on him. So I think Barkley would have been able to get that quickly, man. And I think if you had the offensive line, the only thing I would have never put out there, and here's the thing, like if you put Barkley after, you would have. I mean, I'm be more worried about Lane Johnson getting hurt than Barkley.
But Lane Johnson wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Because this is the reason why. And people don't understand this, but your offensive line.
I get that.
Saquon Barkley breaks the record. That offensive line breaks that record. They get the knowledge. They get, yo, you did this, not me. You guys did this. You just gave me a hole that I can run I can go run down friggin' 8 Mile. But I was mad. I was really pissed about it. As long as we won the Super Bowl, that's all that matters.
Hey man, I'm trying to win another one, bro. I'm trying to get 3 hats, man. I got one in my bag. I'm trying to get another 3rd hat, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna do it. Saquon will have 200 yards again.
Listen, I'm old, so I never thought I'd see fucking 1. I'm seeing 2. I mean, I am.
He has a chance to do it, dude. He got the best offensive line in football, man. And I truly believe, Halftime, do you agree with me? This offensive line will be better this year than they were last year. And last year was great. I think this year's offensive lineman, the way you were able to go get some depth, because remember, we drafted a lot of great offensive linemen. The offensive linemen that you drafted with Chip Stoutland developing these guys.
Yeah. And that guy from the Houston Texans. Who did we in free agent? We picked up the guy from Houston Texans. Dude, that motherfucker's a beast.
Go ahead.
That guy from the Houston Texans that we picked up in free agency. I forget his name, but that dude's a beast. He's gonna be awesome. I mean, Houston Texans said he was a bust, but I think it's just because your offensive coordinator your offensive lineman coach, and we got the best offensive coach out there. He'll be fine. He's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be fine. I love what we did with our offensive line. Howie's always going offensive line and defensive line building this team. Man,
dude, I think we have a better offense. Do you agree? Because I was watching I like watching classic football, especially the ones old school Cowboys. And I watched them. And I'm like, dude, I was watching them and I was like, dude, they had the great offensive line, but I think we have a better offensive line than they do.
Back in the day? You want to go back in the day?
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? Back in the day when they had Michael Irvin?
Yeah. We have to go back all the way because they haven't won shit recently.
They ain't won shit, so you have to go back when they had Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. Who the other one got? Alan Harper.
I would really say this. With Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin and all, If you had this this team now, we would beat them hands
Oh,
down.
absolutely. Because we
Hands
had
down.
because I don't think when you look at Randall Cunningham, when you watch him, it's like I don't think he had an offensive line around him, did he?
He did not. No, he was the offense. He was the offensive line. Because they would always leave a guy open, and Randall had it. Yo, that's your guy, Randall. You have to get away from him. But their offensive line wasn't as stacked as ours.
Said 49er fans are hyping up. They hype up everybody. They hyped up Javon
I
Hard.
don't know why they're hyping up Huffy. Huff. He puffed all his shit. He's done. He ain't that good.
Fall on his ass, man. I might just download it so I can show everybody what you're going to get out of Bryce Huff. The man who
How are you going to download? What are you going to download? What are you going to do? What kind of show?
I put the peace sign.
He got 2 damn sacks all year long. Well, this is 1. This is 2. Yeah, he did real good. By the way, he didn't do nothing else. We benched him.
that man.
What are you going to do? Just videotape him being benched? Have little things? Well, this is how good Huff is. He's on the bench.
Dude, the fact that you got to make back from him.
Huh?
I had to, like I said, I did not think we would get anything back from him. I was thinking of a strawberry, those frozen Uncrustables that you get at the store. I thought that was the thing we were going to get back from him. I would have been okay with that.
I thought we'd get something for him. Somebody's going to be gullible.
Arby's or something like that. Like, I would have taken Popeyes from Uber Eats for him.
I thought we would get something for him. I didn't. I think it was good. I thought we might have to give up a little bit to get something, but
maybe
yeah,
something.
it was you giving up you getting. You say a 5th round, even a 5th round. That's great. Howie Roseman, if you get a 5th round for him, that's awesome.
Howie threw me.
Jeff, what do you got, man? What do you got? What do you got? You don't throw your pencil on me. I'll throw one of these at you, right back at you.
Howie Thugman, baby. Howie Thugman. Man, that's what we're going to call him for now. We ain't going to call him Howie Roseman. Now, he changed his name. His name was Howie OG Thugman, man.
Thugman.
Waiting people just to rob teams. It's like, how many we have right now, man? We got the Saints, the Titans, the 49ers.
Yeah.
The Jets. Just remember, the Son Reddick thing didn't work out for them. So it's like Howie Roseman is sooner or later going to get banned by Roger. Roger Goodell is going to try to ban Howie Roseman from the NFL because he's making too much moves.
Oh, and we got that dude from the Green Bay in free agency, the running back. He squats about 600 pounds. What's his name? Hold on.
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Yeah, that dude. That dude, like, yo, that's your backup running back? We got a monster, 2-headed monster. I don't even know. We got Godzilla and freaking. We got Godzilla and freaking.
You got Godzilla,
dude. He squats 600.
Megatron.
Huh? Yeah, Megatron. Yeah.
They should do some leg competition and see which one has the strongest legs.
You know what's really funny? Then you got Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is freaking thing. Everybody's so impressed that they squat 600. Wow, here's 600, and he's doing it. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? You're all doing squatting 600 pounds.
I can't even lift that much, man. It's like, and I work out usually, and I try to work out. It's like I was supposed to work out. I'm gonna take a day off. It's like I can't lift that much. I mean, you got one of the strong. I think you got one of the best. I don't know what you have to, but I think we got one of the strongest teams that I've ever seen that can lift weights. I mean, you got a quarterback who can lift over 600 pounds. You got another offensive lineman who can lift 280 or something like that. You got 2 running backs that can lift over 300 pounds. Oh, then you drafted you signed an undrafted running back who can lift 300. I think it was 380,
something like that. I heard
that we signed. He lifts weights too. That it's like no humans should be lifting. You got like you got guys lifting weights that no human should be lifting. I've never seen that, and that kudos to the coaching staff. I mean, you know, they're training them real hard, but it's like the fact that you have players like Saquon Barkley and Dylan, who we signed. I mean, those two are going to be so hard to stop. When you have to grind those yards in the fourth quarter, how are you stopping that? You know what I'm saying? And
you're not going to.
It's a break too.
And then when Saquon Barkley has to be rushed, and there you go, you got Dylan here. Hold on. Because Dylan, if you remember, Dylan friggin' ran all over us.
Mm-hmm.
When he was with Green Bay. He ran all over us. I think he had like almost 150 yards.
I know you're happy that Kenny Gainwell was in Pittsburgh now. Now you get to make fun of your subscriber.
Fucking get that jerk off my team. How is everybody like that dude? The dude get like 2-3 yards a carry.
He was all right for a backup, man. But
how? You see? Watch. I'm going to give you a backup right now. This guy, I'm going to give you a backup. Your backup's going to give you like 70 yards. You're going to be like, holy shit. I don't know what this is like. I got a backup running back now.
Hey, I think Dylan.
And I'm saying Kenny Pickett's off this fucking
number
team.
One running back on another team. The fact you got him as number 2.
Yeah.
The problem with him is he got to stay healthy. But I think he is going to be able, because every running back that suppose is injury prone goes to Philadelphia and they're fine. DeAndre Swift goes to Philadelphia. He has almost 1,000. He has 1,000 yard. I think he had 1,000 yard season, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Saquon Barkley. Everybody said, "Oh, Saquon is washed." Remember all these people that were telling me Saquon was washed. Halftime and I and along with other people, we're like, bro, like he got hurt one time.
Yo, you know what I said? You know what I said? I said, we're Super Bowl bound. It's over. It's game over. You guys are idiots.
Dude, that run against the Washington NFC Championship, when he first ran that ball I said, game's over. Game's over.
Yep.
Game's over. They're done.
Game over. I still can't get over the hurdle. Backwards hurdle. I just keep on watching that. I was so
He's trying
sick.
to get a 360 back. He's trying to do another he's trying to do
another spin. He was trying to spin in the air and try to go back around so he'd be in the right position. I'm like,
like the fact that he's able to jump over someone backwards, if you able to do a front flip over a dude, a 360, what is that? 360 overall. Hey man, go. I don't know, man. I just want you to be able to run. I don't want you to do backflips and then someone flipping you over and then you possibly could get hurt. I don't want that. Just keep your feet on the ground, bro. Keep your feet on the ground,
dude.
Your feet on the ground, man. Just
people,
for a second.
Now people are going to be so freaking focused on Saquon Barkley. You know, we got to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts is going to go boop, 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 and pick people apart. Because then they're going to go, oh, fuck, A.J. Brown's open. Oh, fuck, Devontae Smith is open.
Yeah, you know, now what do you think about, I call them pathetic football focus, but PFF said that we have the worst, we have the worst passing attack. They ranked us as the worst, Jalen Hurts as the worst. We have the worst passing attack. According to PFF, we have our weakness is the passing attack. There we go. Our weakness is the pass attack this year.
Is he crazy? Are they fucking insane?
I mean,
what is wrong with people?
The guy right here. I mean, this is the guy that we talk about. This dude right here.
Like, come on. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, they're trying to find a weakness on the Eagles, and they can't. So that's the only thing. They're making shit up in their own little head. That's all. I mean,
they living in fantasy world, man. You know what I'm saying? I just go back to what Nick said.
You know,
man.
we talked about this game coming in. Neither one of your teams, this team, your team, or Washington, they did not turn the ball over today. You created all 4 turnovers, and all you scored touchdowns after every one of them. What does that say about your football team?
Yeah, first and foremost, everything good in our life comes from God, so thank God for that. How about our quarterback?
How about your
How about our quarterback?
How about your quarterback?
He's a stud.
He is a stud.
I knew he was going to play that way. I knew it. Don't doubt him. All he does is win.
Fabulous, Nick Sirianni.
In 3 years, the man went to the Super Bowl twice in 3 fucking years. I mean, if you want to knock Jalen Hurts, I mean, everybody has a bad. You're gonna have a bad game once in a while, but damn, you look at the wide receivers that we have. I was worried about Goddard being healthy, but if he's going to be healthy, I'm glad we got Goddard back.
Eagles Uncut is in the building. We can't see you visible. We know you in here. How you doing, dude?
Pretty good, bro. How you doing, man?
How do you feeling, Bright Bruss, Mr. Dussahoff? How you feeling about him?
Hey, man, I'm happy he's gone, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm happy he's gone, and Howie's just doing Howie things, man. You know,
He is.
Go, and you know, in Howie I trust.
Hey, I just want to say deuces.
Get him out of here.
Get him up out of here, man. Now Eagles Uncut, we were just talking about, if you just tuned in, we were just talking about, who were we talking about? Oh, yeah, our quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but everybody's saying he's garbage. Like, he can't do it. Our passing attempts are not good. I mean, A.J. Brown with 1,000 yards. Devontae Smith every year with 1,000 yards.
And they disrespect Devontae, too. Fox didn't even have him on their top 10 as production. They had Trevor Lawrence. Hey, how is Trevor Lawrence having a better career than Devontae Smith, who's won his Super Bowl? It's been to 2 Super Bowl appearances.
This is the reason why. Ready? This is the reason why their heads up their ass. You know why? Because Jalen Hurts don't throw over 4,000 yards. They look at, listen, analytics. You know how I feel about analytics. Analytics sucks. And if you don't get 4,000 yards, you're not a quarterback. And that's how they're looking at Jalen Hurts. They're looking at Jalen Hurts because he don't throw for 4,000 yards. I don't care you don't throw for 4,000 yards. If you're getting 1,000 yards on the ground and 3,000 yards throwing, I'm good with it. That's 4,000 to me. You're still doing your job.
Well, I don't care if you have 1,000 yards in the air and 200 yards on the ground. As long as you get the Lombardi, that's what cares to me.
Yeah, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. I don't care how you get the freaking Super Bowl trophy in your hands. Just get the goddamn thing in your hands.
Exactly.
Shout out to LB for this hat, man. I had to put it on since we talk about my quarterback, man. Every time they talk about my quarterback, I'm just wearing this. Super Bowl MVP.
Thing, dude. It's because he don't throw for 4,000 yards. Listen, I don't know about you, but what I say about Joe Burrow? Easy one. What I say about Joe Burrow? Remember what I said? I said that dude's ass. I said he's ass. I said he ain't going to win a Super Bowl. And look at him. Look at Joe Burrow. Oh, you gave him all that money. You gave all his wide receivers all that money. And they can't make the playoffs.
They can't even pay the first round rookie right now, man.
Yeah, they can't even make the playoffs now. Yeah,
they can't even pay the first round rookie. They're still trying to pay Stewart, who they drafted in the first round, a contract. He still hasn't got paid yet.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And they got to pay Trey Hendrickson.
They'll figure something out with him, but damn, like I said, Joe Burrow. Here's Joe Burrow, throws for 4,000 yards, and you're giving him all the compliment for what? For what? He threw over 4,000 yards? Congratulations. What did you get? You didn't even get a playoff game.
Saquon Barkley's a monster, dude. I knew him coming out of Penn State was going to be good. Just the Giants are stinky. Just like I think Abdul Carter's not going to be what everybody thinks he is. I think Abdul Carter's going to get ripped by the Giants, too.
I think the Giants will be better than Dallas Cowboys.
Don't let Cowboy fans hear that.
Oh, fuck them. I
Don't
do.
let Cowboy fans
I'm
hear
not
that.
gonna lie. I do.
You
You
know,
don't see
they're
it.
over there licking their chops, thinking it's gonna be easy dub week 1. As I keep on showing, I know Show Eagles Uncut. I told him this too. You know, I'm sure he's gonna love posting this. I'm just gonna keep posting this on them. It's the only thing I got to show you is this. The only thing I got to show you is this, man. I don't got to show you anything else. Just this. Read that.
Yep.
Read that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have a Sean Desai, man. And that's what I think Cowboy fans are licking their chops, thinking it's going to be a close game or it's going to be an easy game because they think Sean Desai in 2023 is the same defense that Dak played that we are going to be playing this year. I mean, that they're going to play this year. And it's not. You know, I don't care if you got George Pickens, a hothead. I mean, you got no defense, and you're banking on rookies. Shavon, what's his name? The guy who's not even gonna be ready. And then there's another guy you drafted, and I like the kid they drafted at Boston College, but I don't think he's gonna be an impact day 1 starter off the jump. I think he's going to be starting, but I don't think he's going to blow up the scene. You know, I think that we're gonna blow this team out. I do. I don't think it's gonna be a close game. I think, you know, him and Michael Parsons opening mouth really hurt them. Then you got Mozzie Smith out of nowhere talking about, I can't wait to hit Saquon Barkley. Bro, you can't even get on the field.
You can't even get on the field.
You know what I'm saying? And like I always tell Cowboy fans, this is what they always think of. You know what I'm saying? That's their logo, man. Get in there and make it about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make it about you.
That's a good one. That's a good one, EC.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
It's ridiculous, bro. That's all they are, bro. They're like that's what they are. They're a rated, man. I don't take them seriously. I'm sorry, I don't. As I told Boss Cowboy, I said, you don't got the better quarterback. He telling me, oh, well, what is Dak's record? I don't care. Where's his playoff games?
In 3 years, Jalen Hurts went to 2 Super Bowls. When did Dak go to 1 Super Bowl?
You know what I'm saying?
In the 3 years, in 3 damn years, where did it go? Where'd it go?
I told you.
Yes, we lost to Kansas City. And then we go and play Kansas City again. And then Kansas City couldn't get past the 50-yard line, everybody. In 3 fucking quarters, they couldn't get past the 50-yard line. Dak, what are you going to do?
And I look at the schedule. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but I look at the schedule. I'm looking at. I don't think anyone can beat us. I mean, who am I supposed to be scared of? Who am I supposed to be scared of? The Dallas Cowboys? No, I'm not scared of them. The Chiefs? We beaten them. We went to Arrowhead and beat them. We got the Rams. We can beat them. Maybe the Buccaneers game. I can see us losing if AJ's not playing. We can beat them with AJ Brown.
Hey, let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry, lady.
Because last time we beat the Bucks, it was in 2023
with AJ Brown, right?
Yeah.
And Devontae Smith.
I went to that game. That's the only game that was actually my first Eagles game that I went to, and it was in Tampa. And that's the game that we won against the Bucks. Let me tell you something. We playing. We had AJ. AJ Brown was there.
And he wasn't playing in that game when we had him in the regular season last year, right? Or the playoff game when we were in the playoffs in 20. He wasn't there. Remember,
he wasn't there. Yeah, he was hurt. But I'm going to that game again this year though against the Bucks.
Nice.
So we're winning, bro. We ain't losing to the. But I do see.
Paris Campbell.
I do see us losing like 3 or 4 games though. Or I wouldn't be surprised. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't be surprised.
I got us losing 3 or 4 games.
Who do you got us losing to?
I got us losing to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
But I got us losing once to Washington.
Okay.
All right. Who else did I have us losing to?
There you go.
I had us losing to I think we're gonna lose to the Lions.
You guys lose to the Lions? I think we're gonna
no, listen to me. You gotta understand. You gotta understand something. With the Eagles, they lose something with the Eagles, a game that they're supposed to win, and it's supposed to be an easy win, they lose. It always happened. It always will happen because they're not trying to have a shutout game. They're not trying to do that. They're not going to sit there and we're going to win 17 games. They don't care about that. Bro, they're just going to sit there and maybe rest a guy. Maybe
Brian saying stuff like that. We got to beat the Lions, man. We got to treat them.
I see us losing either the Chiefs or the Rams, but I think we'll lose to the Chiefs and we'll beat the Rams. That's one right there. 2, we either lose to the Packers or the Lions. One of them two, I think we're gonna drop a game there too. And then I think we will lose we're gonna split with the Commanders. We're probably gonna lose that last game because it's probably not gonna matter either way.
Right.
If we lose one more game, it all depends. If the Bills gonna play all the players or not. We might lose the last 2 games.
I got it. It's only Dallas and one time Washington. I think we split with Dallas because
I think we sweep Dallas.
I think so too.
Sweep with Dak Prescott?
Hell yeah!
No, I think Dak Prescott's going to be hurt again. He's going to go, my feet hurt or something.
Healthy, man. I don't want no excuses.
Yeah, the problem is he's not going to be healthy. He can't stay healthy. He's going to be like a baby and say, I'm hurt.
We sweeping the Giants or we splitting with them?
We're sweeping the Giants.
Okay. Yep.
I think we're sweeping Dallas. I think we're sweeping the Giants.
You think we're splitting Washington?
I think we win one with the Commanders and lose one against the Commanders. But,
I got us beating Dallas. I got us beating. I think we could lose to Kansas City week 2. Now, when you think of it, because Mahomes.
Kansas City lost a lot. They lost to the offensive. The offensive line.
Why we're going to lose to Kansas City? Because the refs are going to help them, and they're going to make it about. They're going to make it about. What I would say about Mahomes. They're going to make it about him.
They might.
You know,
but I got 3. I think I got 3 or 4 losses, but we'll be fine.
We're going to be like, Brandon. How did Jalen Carter get a rough in the passer? That wasn't even a rough in the passer call. It's going to be something like that, and then Mahomes is going to get the field goal position to kick immediately his field goal. It's going to be a close game, but I think that I can see, when I think of it, week 2, when we played the Kansas City in 2017, we lost, right, and then we went on a streak to win. I could see that similar situation where we go on a streak after that, right? I think we beat the Rams.
You think we're going to beat Tampa Bay?
You think we could beat? I think we can beat Tampa Bay with A.J. Brown on the field.
I think we could beat them, but I just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I mean, the DC has Jalen Hurts' number, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They have his number, and they know how to
Let me tell you something though. I don't think they really have his number. What I think is, because whenever we play against him on the first time, and I was at the game, and we had DeAndre Swift, bro, we ran the ball so much on them, bro. And we dominated that game.
Didn't Jalen Hurts get hurt in that game?
No, Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts got hurt in that Tampa Bay game you're talking about, right?
Yeah, he dislocated his thumb, right?
No, it wasn't that game.
I think it was that game. I think he hurt his ankle, right?
No, I don't think he did.
Which one? Last year?
Not last year, the year before, right? You're talking about
2023 playoff game?
Yeah.
He had his dislocated thumb, and he hurt his ankle. Remember, because he was banged up too. We also forgot A.J. Brown did not play, and Sidney Brown tore his ACL.
No. I'm talking about the regular season, not the playoffs.
When A.J. Brown was playing against Tampa Bay, we won that game. That was when Swift was the first year as a starter as the Eagles running back. Right?
And and we ran the ball really good. Now the thing about it that on whenever we're in the playoffs, bro, Nick Sirianni didn't want to run the ball whatsoever, bro. We had like less than 10 carries. DeAndre Swift had.
Yeah, but that's a different. This is different right now. We got Saquon Barkley, and then we got a 2-headed monster.
Exactly, and that's why I think we're not losing that game against the Bucs, because even if they bring pressure, like it's gonna happen the same thing happened to the Commanders on the NFC Championship game. We're gonna blow them out.
We We should trade for Kenny Gainwell just to piss off at halftime again.
Oh
Trade.
yeah, you're trying to give the old man a heart attack. That dude gets 2 yards a carry. 2 yards a carry, and everybody's like, "Oh man, he did good." What are you talking about? I'm like, dude, he got 2 yards.
He did pretty good in the playoffs. You got to admit, when he needed to make a big play last year, he made some good plays. You got to give him credit.
Shipley did better.
Shipley?
Yeah, dude, I like that guy. Shipley, I like him.
Eagles uncut. Do you agree with that? You think Shipley did better?
I don't think he did better, but I think.
Wait, didn't he get 50 yards? Didn't he run for a 50-yarder last year? Shipley.
Yeah.
When Saquon Barkley sat, remember when he was about to break his own record, and he said, "No, let the young guys eat." And Shipley got in there and ran for a 50-yarder.
He ran out of gas, man. He ran out of gas.
He ran out of gas. I don't give a damn. He ran out of gas, but he ran 50 damn yards.
Yeah,
he came on run for 50 yards.
So he would have. He had that team beat. All he had to do was not look back, man. He was looking back and
he was so worried about looking back.
I say so. Like week 1, I think we're gonna win that. Week 2, I can see this loss. Week 3, win. I'm sorry. I don't think I think Devontae Adams is washed. I'm sorry. I don't think he's the same player. I don't. I'm not scared of Devontae Adams. And I think we're losing Cooper Kupp, and then you losing him is a huge loss for the Rams.
I don't think so, bro. I think right now at this age, at this time, I think Devontae Adams is better than Cooper Kupp. I think they actually upgraded on the wide receiver.
Adams is better than Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. I think so. I think it's enough because, bro, you gotta.
Yes,
Cooper
Devontae Adams is a better wide receiver than Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is like
I think he's a better.
He's done.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is done. I think so too.
Did he go to Seattle?
I don't know where he went.
Yeah, he signed with
Seattle. I don't think he went nowhere yet. I thought he was going to stay there. I think he was going to.
No, he got traded. He got traded from.
The Rams cut him, and he went to Seattle. I think he signed a contract.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if it's Seattle or somewhere else, but he went somewhere.
He went to Seattle. He's going to be dude. I don't know what Seattle's doing, man. Why would you trade DK Metcalf to the Steelers and then you sign Cooper Kupp, bro? I don't understand.
That don't make sense.
That don't make sense. And then the Steelers trade George Pickens when you just got Metcalf, man. And then you don't draft a quarterback. You draft a. I get a defense you need to, but you still needed a quarterback. You're gonna have Mason Rudolph as your number 1 quarterback, bro.
Yeah, that's
starting the season. And then, who you gonna rely on? The 6th round pick that you drafted, the 6th rounder. What's his name? The LSU quarterback. What's his name? That everybody's hyping up to be. What's that rookie that they drafted in the later rounds? The same round as Shedeur Sanders went in, the 6th rounder. I mean, come on, man. I think this Steelers going to be bad, bro. I do. I think they need to trade Metcalf again. Just get him up to a better team, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a point of keeping Metcalf.
But they can't trade him to another team now. They have to wait the next year if they're going to trade him.
He's going to be so mad. I can already tell. He's going to have so many fights.
Well, I'm tired of hearing the Aaron Rodgers thing. I think they should just –
just need to retire. He needs to retire.
I really think that they're going to go to Atlanta and get out of Atlanta.
Kirk Cousins.
What's the quarterback's name?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Why, bro? He stinks.
He's better than fucking goddamn Rudolph.
That's for sure. I think he got.
I mean, there's not a real option for them.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Rodgers or you got freaking Kirk Cousins. Who do you have? You don't have an option.
I mean, I could go get Deshaun Watson out of Cleveland.
I think Kirk Cousins probably is going to be let go next month. So,
why did the Falcons sign him then? If they were going to draft a quarterback, why did they sign him?
Because they had a guy injured, didn't they? Last year. Yeah, but they gave him $125 million.
Hey, you see what Sam Darnold got from the Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah. Yeah.
After trading Geno Smith to go out and get Sam Darnold, bro.
Then Geno Smith goes to the Raiders. where they all go to die.
Yep.
Shit, Chip Kelly's on the Raiders now, right?
How is Chip Kelly still in the NFL, man? Like, would you think after all the Eagles shit, you would never hire him? Why would the Raiders hire Chip Kelly, man, as the running back coach?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Is he a running back coach?
I think he's a running back coach.
Oh my God, he's gonna ruin Gentry. He's gonna ruin him. He's gonna throw the white running back out there first.
I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't.
Why would you hire that man? Everybody hates that guy. It's like you would think you would learn from your mistakes. You signed Josh McDaniels as your coach. Then you have you fired Pete what's his name, Pierce. I mean, and then you go and sign Chip Kelly as your running back coach. And then who did you hire this year? You hired a who did the Raiders get as the coach?
The dude from Seattle. The coach from Seattle. Yeah, the coach from Seattle. And that's why he went and got Geno Smith. He said, "Oh, if I'm going here, I'm going to go get Geno Smith."
I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a good, okay quarterback, but I don't think he can take you to.
I think he's better than what the Giants thought he was.
That's true. He's average. He's an average quarterback. I would have put it that way.
Yeah.
He's an average.
If you want to say it like that, yes, he's average. But, yeah, so.
Hey, I mean, dude, like, there's a lot of news coming out. I mean, OG Wade told me Eagles Uncut. Do you agree that Lewis Seen will start day one? Do you agree with that, or do you think McCougar will start?
No, wait. Home?
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said. What did you ask again?
So we had OG Wade. I don't know. I think he left. He said that Lewis Seen will be the day one starter at safety. That Andrew McCougar will not start day one. Who do you think is going to be the safety day one?
I don't know, man. Tell you the truth, this is gonna be a good battle between Sidney Brown and the guy from the Longhorn that we drafted, bro. I just don't want to butcher his name, but
Simmons, baby. Justin Simmons, baby.
Simmons.
I don't think he'll come here, bro. Or he might.
Oh, he's coming here. He bought a house here. He's trying to be an Eagle.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to take a major. He's got a
banner going, yo, please come here.
Yeah, please sign me, Howie. Please sign me. I want to be an Eagle.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take a major pay cut. Like he gotta get like on that line like that, maybe like 3, 4, 5 mil max, bro. You know?
Oh, dude, heartbeat for him.
Trading Sidney Brown, man, and signing Justin Simmons as your third option.
I mean, if you remember when Fangio was with the Broncos, Justin Simmons was on fire.
Yeah, he was really good.
And
I just them two back together.
I don't think Sidney Brown is going to make. Like when I look at the safety room, it's like I don't think Fangio views him as a guy that he's going to go forward. I think that you could see before preseason the Eagles moving Sidney Brown for someone like, everybody talk about Jalen Ramsey and all these guys. Like I think that we're going to see two moves. I think there's a guy that's going to be traded, and I think there's a guy that we're going to trade for. I'd say it again. I think keep your eye on Trayvon Walker. I know he had a 5th-year option, but I don't think the Jags are going to be able to afford everybody. They got to pay Trevor Lawrence. They're paying Trevor. Did they just pay? Wait, they paid Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
they already paid him.
Oh,
they already paid him. All right.
Yeah.
So it's like
I think he's making $45 million.
Walker, and would you go and
go
get him?
Lawrence making 55.
55, not 45. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's 55.
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence stinks to me. I'm sorry. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
I think it's just that organization.
Nah,
I don't see Howard Roseman making any moves though.
You don't?
I really don't. The only move I see is Justin Simmons, I want that, but I mean,
could it be Kaiser White though too?
Huh?
Kaiser White's a free agent. Could Howie make that move? Bring him back.
I think he's just gonna wait. I think he's waiting for what's it, June? June 5th that some of these contracts end and people get let go. So
could we see Dallas got to get a contract extension?
No, Dallas Goedert just got a he didn't get an extension, he just got a pay cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we lost Bryce. Could that
he went from 14 to 10. We saved $4 million on Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, that Goddard is gone next year, man. I think that's gonna be his last year because, bro, we gotta remember we gotta pay Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith. I don't know if we're gonna pay both of them, but I know I'm pretty sure we're gonna pay one of them.
I think Nolan Smith's getting paid. I think staying. I think
it all depends how he does this year, bro. I think it all depends how he does this year.
I think it's gonna be a breakout, bro. I think he's gonna break out.
Jordan Davis, I don't want to give Jordan Davis $100 million.
Nah, they're not gonna pay defensive tackle because they're gonna have to pay freaking.
You gotta pay Jalen Carter the year after that.
Exactly, like 150, 120, 150.
Yeah,
like,
see, I don't think Jordan Davis is going to ask for a lot. I don't think so either. I think he's going to take a discount, just like I think Devontae took a discount to keep AJ Brown.
He got a Super Bowl ring. Yo, hold on, he's got a Super Bowl ring. And what do I say, EC1? I said, then they're going to go get the bag of money. Listen, when somebody offers them $130 million, you gonna tell me somebody's gonna turn that down?
Yeah.
They're gonna say Jordan Davis, we're gonna be $130 million. They're gonna be like, yo, I gotta go, man. I got me a ring. Here's $130 million.
But y'all, look, it all depends. Sometimes, like, man, they say about all this money and stuff like that. But even if you like, if they talk to players and like about money and about like where they fit, not just the fit, but like where they're the happiest, bro. Because you can get like 100. Look at Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders got the bag at North Carolina, but now he was miserable as hell.
Now that's because he stinks. He decided to take the bag. He should have kept his mouth shut and take a discount.
And it's not the only one. There's like a lot of players that get paid and go to a situation where they're like it doesn't match them, and like they get unhappy, and now they just start declining instead of staying on the same organization and actually build something on where it's not only gonna be for while you play football, but maybe even after you play football as well. Just like Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson. After Lane Johnson retire, he's gonna have a gig right away as well. So. Like there's stuff like that like they should think about it. Not like, oh, not just the money now, but the money in the future that I can get it as well. Yeah, I'll take a little less money right here, but in the future I know I'm gonna be set as well. And whenever we're saying less money, like maybe 10, 20,000.
I'm throwing that out right now. He gonna try to play as much more as Jason Peters.
Who? Yeah.
Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson said he wants to retire here, so. He just signed a 3-year extension with us. He took a pay cut too.
You got the Cowboys W, Chiefs W, Rams W, Buccaneers. You got the Broncos beating us? I don't think the Broncos beating us, bro.
No, the Broncos are good though. I do agree with the Broncos being good.
Now he has the Bucks. He has the Bucks beating us.
He has the Broncos beating us.
No. Look, Cowboys win. Chiefs win, Rams win, Bucks lost, and then Broncos win.
So what's the W right there? Oh, okay. So he. Oh, okay.
Oh,
so okay.
He's got the W behind him. All right.
Yeah. All right. So you got the Bear. So he got the L for the Chargers. Why do you get the Chargers lose? We're beating the Chargers, man. I'm sorry. Just Justin Herbert about to feel the Jalen, baby. You better feel the hurts.
No. He has us winning against the Chargers, but we
lose
against the
Bears. He got us winning against the Chargers.
Yeah, we lose against the Bears.
He's got us winning against the Raiders.
You guys losing to the Bears?
Yeah, I don't, bro. I'm sorry, but Caleb Williams trash, man. We ain't losing to the Bears. I don't care what coach he has it over there, bro. I think he's trash.
I'm sorry. I don't think that rookie quarterback is going to be anything like. I mean, we'll see. I'm not a fan of that quarterback they drafted out of USC.
Caleb Williams?
He doesn't scream elite to me, man.
No, man. Everybody's so high on him, but like, bro, I watched four or five on Chicago Bears game last year, bro.
I
It's
think
straight
Ben
up
Johnson
trash.
I don't think he's a genius like everybody thinks he is. I think he's going to flop. The second he is on the Bears, he's not going to be able to take them anymore. I think he's going to be another. You know, you remember when Matt Rule took the Panthers job and everybody was so excited about him, and it's like, I think he's going to be another Matt Rule, man. I think he's going to be another. Who's another guy? That was a young offensive corner that didn't do nothing. And some offensive corners they're not ready to be head coaches, and I feel like Ben Johnson is not ready to be a head coach. I don't, especially for the Bears.
Mm-hmm. The Bears are just are going to go through a lot of shit, but they did good. They did good in the draft.
They did. They have a good team. Don't get me wrong.
They got a good team.
The Browns messed up again, man. The Browns took the worst defensive end in the draft. Bro, he looks
the
like
Browns. What is going on with the Browns? They got 6 quarterbacks.
Yeah, they took Shadir Sanders because Howie wanted him.
That don't make sense. Howie just said, "Fuck it, I don't have nobody. I'll just pick him."
I'll make the Browns pick Shadir Sanders, man. Here comes the Browns.
I would have laughed if we got him.
Nah, I didn't want. I did not want the media to talk to me because I know that, bro. You know, if we would have got Shadir Sanders, the media would have they would have say so much shit like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts is on borrowed time now," and this and that, and oh man.
Sanders would have been going if he was with the Eagles. He'd be like, "Dream team, give me my Super Bowl right away." My dad said I'm allowed to have it.
I don't think him and Jalen Hurts would get along, bro. Because I think Jalen Hurts would have told him, "Hey, we're not doing all that." Bro. I mean, he's being humbled in Cleveland. Like they wanted him to do the watch thing, the photo. And he's like, "Nah, I ain't doing that." So it's like he's learning. Like he understands that this is his opportunity. I think that really humbled him a lot. I really do. I think he's going to. I'm telling you right now. I think he's going to be the future quarterback. I told everybody this. I think he's going to beat out a lot of these quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson ain't winning the job. Who do you got?
I think it's going to be that other guy that they drafted first.
Let's see whatever his name is.
Yeah, that little guy.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because of the money. They got to pay this guy all this money. So
wait, didn't they trade for Kenny Pickett too?
Yes. Yes. They got 6 quarterbacks.
They when we started watching.
They got Joe Flacco. They got Joe Flacco too, so I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, they're bad.
They're the quarterback factory, man. You know what I'm saying? They're doing what Howie Roseman doing. They're doing what Howie Roseman did, man. They're a quarterback factory, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, do I have it? Do I have it? Yeah. Do I have it? Yes, we do.
Everybody knows our priority on quarterbacks, Tim. You know, we're obviously a quarterback. What's the word about factory? Factory, yes. So I think that
they're quarterback factory. The Browns are they learn. Who's the GM for the Browns? Isn't he
I don't even know.
The GM.
He's gonna be jobless in a minute.
He gotta be fired.
Was he there when they drafted Jalen Hurts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he sees shallow as Jalen Hurts.
I don't know.
I mean, not shallow. That dude's in Tampa Bay looking good, man. That safety they undrafted dude.
The safety they got.
Charlotte Sanders went to the safety went to Tampa Bay. I'm talking about not Charlotte Sanders. The Sanders, the quarterback. Yeah, he maybe they think he looks. Maybe he's like a Jalen Hurts to them.
I don't know. But they got 6 quarterbacks. Who are they going to get rid of?
I think Kenny Pickett's gone. I think he's going to be. I think they're going to trade him again.
They said Kenny Pickett when he signed with them that when he went over there, they said he signed a contract where he's guaranteed a starting job.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
I'm like, first of all, you got traded, so How did you sign a fucking contract with him to have the starting job? And how do you think you're beating out Joe Flacco?
I'm so glad Tiny Hands ain't here anymore. Thank you, Tiny Hands, for what you did. But like Bryce Huff, you know what I'm saying? Kenny Gainwell, you too.
Gainwell's gone. I'm happy. I'm happy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people talk about, oh, I don't like when Slade's in the Steelers uniform. I don't think he looks good in the Steelers uniform because I don't think he can tackle. You know what I'm saying? I think this guy's going to get burnt a lot. I mean, look at
I'm not lie, bro. I'm glad Slade's gone too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Banana Pudding get to make a podcast every time they get blown out.
Well, I'm telling you know what I'm tired about with Slay is when he gets burnt, he gets hurt. You see him limping and he goes back to the thing. And then when he does a good plays, man, I'm the man. You know what I mean? It's
look
like
at me, man.
You just got burnt. And then you were acting like you're hurt. And then all of a sudden, here you are, like pumping your chest. Like, I'm over that.
Podcast talking about, yeah, man, I played good. You did? When?
Yeah.
What game were you watching? I was watching an ass whooping. Like that 2023 years. Like what I didn't like about Slay, and I'll say it again, is when he sat back and made excuses and said, I played good. Like, bro, you got blown out. What did you run around and you you played good?
You got burnt. Like you got burnt. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I played good, or I don't want to tackle. It's like, man, I've been saying I didn't want Slay back from the beginning. I would have let him go to the Ravens because he would have never did nothing with the Ravens, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we signed him, Mr. Dingleberry. Dingleberry, and I want to thank him for developing players. But again, he did absolutely nothing like Bryce Huff said. He contributed a little bit. He gave the young guys a chance to start. But Mr. Dingleberry and Puff and Puff, whatever you want to call him, or Snuffleupagus, Bryce Snuffleupagus, whatever you want to call him. Those two didn't contribute nothing. Slade at least contributed something.
Yeah, Slay did good.
He did good.
You know, he helped us.
Until we had to release him, then he talked behind our players' back.
Yeah, then he started talking shit on Jalen Hurts and all. It's like,
hey, OJ, Odell Beckham Jr. is better than Devontae. What the hell would you say that? Like, what?
You got a ring with us, and here you're over here talking shit. Like,
Devontae Smith, who's the quietest one. That's like picking on the kid who's always the quietest one. You know what I'm saying? We always defend the quiet one in school, man. You know what I'm saying? Like come on,
person is a snake, bro. Slade's a snake. That's what he is, man.
Mr. Banana Pudding, man.
Well, I got to bounce.
Hey,
Let's
I appreciate
you guys talking Eagles.
It
haven't talked Eagles in a while yet. Can't wait till the season starts.
Oh, I can't.
But I got to bounce. I'll catch you guys later.
I appreciate it, man.
Bro. Yep, late.
Yeah, so Eagles Uncut. I know you in here. I got anything else to add, bro?
Nah, man. I'm just ready for the season to start, bro. I'm gonna go to the Tampa Bay game again this year, you know. And last time I went, we won, so I'm hoping we win this one too, you know.
When you doing your podcast with Diamond Eagles Talk, do you have a plan when you do that?
We don't have a scheduled one yet, bro. But we gotta I gotta talk to them and see what we're gonna do.
I need y'all to react to Bryce Huff trade, man. Y'all gotta talk about that one.
What happened?
You gotta react to the Bryce Huff trade, man. Y'all gotta be talking about that one. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I know. Quezzy's about to go off on him. Weezy, Dreddy Eagle about to go off on him.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is for sure. I'm just glad he's done. He's gone, bro.
I'm so glad he's gone, man. I don't gotta see him fall on his ass anymore, man.
Hell no.
Every time I see Bryce Huff, I see that Falcons game where he just falls on his face and the guys hold him like that. It's like,
you're right.
It's like, and then he throws the peace sign. It's like, bro, like it just shows his leadership. Like you soft little, they're just soft, bro. Like you that. Like, what are you bitter about? Like, you know, like he throwing the peace sign, and it's like, it's not like he's saying peace, everybody, no hard feelings. It's like he's being cocky about it, and it's like, What? Like, you used to be grateful we gave you money. You don't even deserve the money you got. You stole money like Sam Bradford did with the Eagles, man. You stole money like he stole with the Vikings. Like, he's another Sam Bradford as just on a different position. That's what he is. He's
You're
going
right.
to lead the league. I can't wait for 49ers to realize he stinks, man. Oh, my God, I can't wait. You know, so I can't wait for him to fall. How many times do you think he's going to fall on his ass? I'll give it 15 times.
I don't know, bro. I don't even care about that guy anymore. He's out of here. That's all that matters, man.
I'm going to throw a champagne bottle party, man. I might pop champagne bottles, man. I don't know. I hate him more than Nathan Gary, man. Nathan Gary and him are up there with Derek Barnett, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. They're probably the worst free agent signing since Byron Maxwell.
And I think what made it so much worse, bro, because we got rid of freaking Hassan Reddick for that guy, bro. You know, that's what like the worst, bro.
Thank God Nolan Smith worked out, man. Jesus.
Thank God.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, when we traded sign we kept. I'm like, Bryce Huff. Like, when we signed Bryce Huff, did you even know who he was? Because I'm like, who is this guy?
Nah, I had no idea. Tell the truth, bro. I had no idea. I just knew he was after I saw that he was with the Jets, and I didn't even know he had like double-digit sacks.
So let me ask you this before we head out. Who would you want to go get? Would you rather? Who do you think? Do you think that we're fine, or do you think we need to go out and get someone? Who would you get if you had a choice right now? Would you go get a Jalen Ramsey? Do you think Keelan Ringo is the guy?
Nah. I'm okay with what we have, bro. I'm okay with Kelly Ringo right now. I'm okay with Eli Ricks as well, bro. I think we have a good depth on that cornerback, bro. And I think, look, we have Cooper DeJean as well over there, Quinion Mitchell. They're gonna help him out as well. You know what I'm saying? I think we are fine the way we are right now. Now, if we need it later on, yeah, maybe we can bring someone else in or even trade it within the season, But right now, I think we're fine the way we are, bro. And I don't want Ramsey, I think he's not gonna want to follow what not Nick, what Vic Fangio is gonna tell him. Just like in Miami, he didn't want to follow his instructions and shit, So I don't want anything that's gonna jeopardize what Vic Fangio is doing with the young guys,
Yeah.
So
I
rather develop someone, a young guy,
I think Justin Simmons is going to be the guy we're going to. I think we're going to make one move, and I think that this is going to be Justin. So I think he's going to.
I don't mind if we get him to add some depth to the safety room, So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but my thing with Justin Simmons, I don't want him to take Makuba snaps or someone like some young guy snaps. And I think if you sign Justin Simmons, he's not coming in there to be a number 3 guy. He's coming here to probably be your number 1 guy, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to sign him? Is he going to be able to sit back and say, you know what?
But the thing though, just because he's signing to be the number 1 guy, we know that if the rookies are performing him, we know that Vic Fangio doesn't give a damn who you are. He's gonna play whoever is outperforming. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't mind if we bring him, because if he's not performing and the rookie is performing better than him, the rookie is the one that's gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, would you sign Kaiser White? He's a free agent.
I would. I mean, he's gonna be mad cheap, just to add more depth to the linebacker room, So I wouldn't mind bringing him back either.
Yeah, I mean, Kaiser White. I mean, I think he was in the wrong system. I think John gets terrible.
Yeah.
Like, why would Josh Smith go there, man? Like, bro, he might actually have a good year with John again. It's like, bro, I don't think Kaiser was used right over there, man. I think he would fit well with Fangio. I really do.
Yeah, he probably would. He probably will. He probably will flourish just like maybe not as good as Zach Bond did, but I think he'll flourish better over here under Vic Fangio too.
Yo, I forgot. We did sign Patrick Johnson back, did we?
Who?
Patrick Johnson.
I don't know. We did. I didn't see that.
We did sign him back. Remember, he was the former player that we did drafted from was it Tulsa?
Yeah. Oh shit. I didn't see that anywhere.
Yeah, we signed him back from the Giants. Yeah, he came back on it. He wanted to come back home.
Okay. Oh, then yeah, bro. Maybe we probably not gonna get Kaiser White then.
I don't think we need to sign anybody. I think we're fine the way we are, man. I think people just got to relax.
Yeah, I think so too, bro. I think we're like, I don't think we need anybody to tell you the truth.
Hey, listen, we get Jalen Ramsey. I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm just like, what would be the point of it? You just got rid of Slay, got rid of Bradbury. He's gonna be 30. He's 30 years old. So it's like why don't you just keep Slay for cheap, man? You could have just kept him. I mean, he did get a lot of money. I mean,
yeah, he got what, 10 mil, 12 mil, something like that.
Why pay you that, man? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like I can see Jalen Ramsey maybe. That's only I can't see T.J. Watt. I can't see Trey Anderson. I can see Jalen Ramsey though.
Yeah,
I can see that because if let's say, because we don't know what the Eagles are thinking in the building. Yeah, maybe they think Keelan Ringo's not the guy. I don't know. I think Keelan Ringo could start. I do. But they get Jalen Ramsey. I think Keelan Ringo's out the door, bro. That's the only thing I can think of. If they get Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, he's not ready, and it's already gonna be his third year now, bro. So if he's not ready now, when is he gonna be ready?
Yeah, it's like then you might as well see what you get back from him. But it's like I think Keelan Ringo. I think it's his job to lose or keep, man.
Exactly.
I mean, Adoree Jackson, but I think Adoree Jackson is just there to give him competition. And then you draft what's his name, Mick Williams, out of you drafted him, and I'm very high up on him. I think he can be something special. You got some depth here, so it's like, if you want to go get a Jalen Ramsey, a Jai, I don't know if Jai Alexander's going to be with. I don't think he's on the trade block, but if you want to go get a Jai Alexander, he's a little bit younger. What is he, only 28 years old?
Yeah.
But these guys want money, though, man. Does Jalen Ramsey want a new deal? Like, I'm not giving him a new deal.
Hell no. Hell no.
Check, you have to restructure it into a team-friendly deal because he is a big cap hit. That's why the Dolphins are trying to get rid of him. And I don't know. I was watching. Did you see the clip on Twitter where they show Marvin Harrison highlights and him? And I just watched him get burnt. The first play I watched Marvin Harrison torch him. And it's like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Because then we go back to, that's what Bradbury was. We watched him get torched all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe he'd be better with Fangio. I mean, he had his best year on the Fangio.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Maybe that or Justin Simmons. I think those are the two realistic moves, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I don't know what the Dolphins want from Jalen Ramsey, man. I'm not giving up a second rounder. That's not happening.
Oh, hell no. Hell, I wouldn't give a third round for him.
I'd give him a fifth rounder for him at this point.
Yeah, maybe a fourth, but hell no.
I'll give you a bag of cookies for him. How about that one? Take that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, man. He said Miles Sanders bars. Miles Sanders wasn't good. I mean, when we drafted him, it was like, I don't know why I said that. I said years ago, I thought he would be better than Saquon Barkley. I should have never said that. That was stupid. He never lived up to what I thought he would be. He had a good year with the Eagles, but it's like he was
I like Miles Sanders, man. I really liked Miles Sanders. He did good for us whenever he was here, man. He had a lot of long runs too, bro. But
and he was. I call him this dance too much. He never hit holes. Like Saquon hits holes. He's patient.
Yeah, I mean, Barkley is just something else, bro. There's nothing like Barkley,
bro. He is. Would you? Here's one Eagles Uncut, because we talked about this too. Would you go get Kyle Pitts? I think if you think about it, huh?
Look, if the only way I would have get him is if they would have signed him, bro. They would have to sign him, or else I wouldn't just get him for the next 2 years. Because I mean, look, he's gonna be a bench for Dallas Goedert this year because Dallas Goedert is better than him. So pretty much you're only gonna have 1 year of him, which would be next year. So that if you sign him, then yeah, I would, because I think he's really good. But
I mean, he's still young. The problem with him is he doesn't block. I like Dallas Goedert because he can block and he can catch.
That's true.
And unfortunately, in Nick Sirianni's offense, you got to be able to do both.
Do both, exactly.
Develop into a good blocker.
Yep.
And the thing I like about Kyle Pitts is we saw what he did in Florida State, the Florida Gators, right? We know he has potential. Now, is it because he's on the Falcons? Maybe he goes to the Eagles and he blossoms. You know what I'm saying? But if he's on a trade block, there was rumors that Michael Mayer from the Raiders. I mean, he's still on the trade block. I don't know what his situation is now. Brock Bowser's taking over that number 1 spot as a tight end. I mean, you did sign a bunch of free agent tight ends. Don't forget, we signed like 3 free agent tight ends.
Yep.
You still got the guy that you drafted, with Stable, who played good when Dallas got hurt. But if you get Kyle Pitts, first of all, I heard the Falcons with a day 2 pick. I'm not giving him a day 2 pick. You know what I'm saying? So that's not happening.
No.
Because first of all, he's on 1 year. He's going to be on his last year of his deal, and he's not worth a day 2 pick.
Yeah.
What has he shown? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you don't want him, why would we take a day 2 pick from him? I mean, the Falcons are trying to get rid of him, and that shows a lot. So it's like I might give him a day 3 pick. I might use that Bryce Huff pick that I just got and trade for Kyle Pitts.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. I mean, could he develop into being a nice addition for us? I mean, we always thought it would be good to have a Kyle Pitts in our offense. But it's like, would that take the snaps away from AJ and Devontae?
Definitely.
Because he reminds me more of a wide receiver. He's like a Zach Ertz. He reminds me of a receiver than a tight end.
Yeah.
Guys who are tight ends who could block, and he just reminds me of a wide receiver / tight end. And you got to be able to use them. And I don't know if that's going to be too much weapons. Remember, we don't have Kellen Moore anymore, so now we got a new offense coordinator, former wide receiver coach. What's his name? That we hired.
Patil, whatever his name is.
Patel. What's his name? What's the guy's name? He said, I don't think the Eagles will sweep the division because G-Man and Cal Wash inspired to show the Eagles up. What are you talking about? Plus, the Eagles have a tough opponent. What? Whatever. All right. What did he say again? I don't think the Eagles will sweep the division because G-Man, Cows, and Washington inspired to show the Eagles up. Plus, the Eagles have a tough opponents outside division. I hope the Eagles get TJ Watt. Well, I don't think the Cowboys are special because I don't think George Pickens is going to be what everybody thinks he is. I think he's a good number 3. I don't think he's going to be a number 1 for them. I don't think he's going to be good.
Not number 1. He's going to be a number 2. He's going to be right after CeeDee Lamb.
The Giants, I mean, who? Russell Wilson is going to – I don't think Russell Wilson's scary. They don't have a legit offensive line.
Now, I got to say this, though.
Okay.
Every time Russell Wilson was with the Seattle, bro, we would have lost to Seattle every fucking time with fucking Russell Wilson, bro.
So that was the Seattle prime Russell Wilson. I mean, we play Russell Wilson and we beat him?
That is true.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're still going to sweep them. I don't think we're going to sweep the division, but I think we're going to sweep the Giants and the Cowboys.
Oh, we're sweeping the Giants, bro. That's stupid. We're sweeping the Cowboys too. I mean, we could split the Cowboys. I think we're going to sweep the Commanders. I think we're going to sweep the Giants. I think we split with Dallas.
No, I think we sweep
Dallas. Always gets us in Houston. I'm sorry, not Houston. In Jerry World. I think we split with Dallas. I think that second game against the Cowboys, we lose that. I think those are one of those games right there. The one schedule that I showed you right there was the one that I think we will lose to. Is that Dallas Cowboys game. That because we always split with them. It's always Dak versus Jalen Hurts. They split with each other. And I think we beat the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders got better. I think that Deebo Samuel will be hurt. I don't think he's going to be able to stay healthy. And I think that he's going to be I think he's just going to be another option for someone to guard. I don't know. Do you think Deebo Samuel's an upgrade? I don't think so.
I think he's an upgrade from Noah Brown. Because that was their second. That was their number 2. But I don't think he's a really upgrade like over recent. Because I never really like Deebo Samuel like that, bro. Because he only had 1,000 yards receiving when he was with the 49ers, bro. 1 or 2 out of what 5-6 years.
Dude, he can't run routes.
He can't run routes, bro. He's just strong. That's it.
Yeah, and I think by the before the season ends, I think Jackson Dart will be the Giants quarterback. I think Russell Wilson will be benched.
Yeah, most likely he will. I
think he gets cut. I don't think he's going to make the roster. I don't think he's gonna make the roster. I'm gonna be the first to say that. I think he gets cut. I don't think he's gonna make the roster. I think he's gonna be that bad in preseason when the Giants cut him. So I think Wilson will be benched. I mean, they got Tommy DeVito.
He's gone.
Don't scare me. I'm sorry. He reminds me of Zach Wilson 2.0.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know they got Duke Carter. They got this what's them? Shobo for with the white running back that they got. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's slow as hell though.
Yeah, I know.
He ran a 4.6? 4.5 or 4.6 on a 40-yard. He's slow as hell for a running back.
He said, "I don't care about the Cowboys. The Commanders. I care about sweeping the NFC North. NFC North. He ran in the NFC East. What did you talk about?
I don't know. What would you want to sweep the NFC North?
Sweep the NFC North. We're in the NFC East, buddy.
Yeah.
Am I reading that right? What did he say? What did he say? I don't care about the Cowboys or the Commanders. All I care about is sweeping the NFC North. Wait, you a Giants fan or a Packers fan? Which one are you?
I know, right?
Like I'm not trying to bust your bubble, or I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to know what you mean. What do you mean about that, man? What you mean about that?
Man.
What you mean about that? I just want to know.
That's funny.
Does he mean the NFC East? You about Cam Skits? Oh.
What?
I don't know what you mean about that NG31. Today you lost me. Jaden, very likely you will sweep the G. Bro, we're sweeping the Giants, man. Listen, man. The Giants are not going to be what everybody thinks the Giants got better on defense. Abdul Carter will make a difference a little bit, but he's not going to be able to stop them from the offensive line. I don't think got better. If I was the Giants, I would have drafted the offensive lineman that the Patriots just drafted.
Yeah.
That would, because you're banking on your offensive lineman to be productive. And I'm sorry, like you still got to
better. Yeah, they didn't get it better, but their defense is good, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be good.
Their defense is gonna be really good.
It's gonna be tough sweeping the NFC North. NFC North. We're in the NFC East. Hey, buddy. Is this the Packers?
I guess he said it because they're talking mad shit. The NFC North, you know.
I mean, can we sweep the NFC North? Is that a thing?
I mean, yeah, because we're playing the Packers, the Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings.
Well, the Giants ain't sweeping anybody over there, man. So that ain't happening. You're winning more than you're probably gonna win 2 games. You have the hardest. You got the number 1 hardest schedule, bro.
Yeah, the NFL, they did them dirty this year again, bro. They did them dirty last year, and they did them dirty this year.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry, the Giants are not making the playoffs this year. Maybe next year, if you can get more pieces, I still think you need a little bit more. I'm not sold on your quarterback. I'm sorry, Russell Wilson starting day 1 is disaster. Jackson Dart hasn't shown me anything. Your offensive line is still suspect. You don't got a legit running back, in my opinion. You still need a lot more. And I think that you still need a little more in your defense. Now, I think a Duke Carter helps a little bit, but I'm sorry. I don't think you're winning more than 5 games next year. I think you're going to lose a lot, bro. I think you're going to be put in the bag over your head, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to go anywhere. I think we're getting some wins. Against who? Well,
it's gonna be 7 wins. It's gonna be hard for them to get 7 wins, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold up, let me see the Giants schedule real quick because what 7 games are you winning, bro? I looked at the schedule, and I'm not an expert, but the Giants got a hard schedule, bro. They got a hard schedule, and they're not playing against no cupcake schedule. I mean, you got the Washington Commanders first game. Oh, let me pull it out real quick. I might download this and just add it to.
I think they might split with the Commanders though. Because they always play with the Commanders, bro. They're kind of like us against the Cowboys, you know.
We didn't the Commanders sweep them
last year, yeah, but the year before that they split. The year before that they split as well. Like they've been splitting them for forever, but last year is the first year that they actually sweep the Giants.
I got this schedule right here. Let me pull it up for y'all, cause, like, bro, I don't think they're gonna win more than And like I'm looking at it right now, they got a hard schedule, bro. You know,
I see maybe 5 games, bro.
I don't think they're gonna win more than 5
Because
games, bro. I
I
think they're
see.
gonna win only 2.
Look, I see they can beat the Bears, the Vikings, the Commanders once. That's 3 games right there. And I gotta see the rest of the schedule to see.
Vikings. I think they lose to the Vikings, bro. I think they lose to the Vikings, bro. Hold up, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Hold up. See if I pull it up real quick. Because I mean, they have a hard schedule, dude. They're playing some tough teams. Hold up, let me see if I pull it up. I just downloaded it. There you go. Oh, I think I got it. It's pulled up. All right. Let's see. Let's pull it up real quick now. I don't know why it's not letting me download it now. Now you don't want me to download it? No, I just pulled up on them. It's won't let me download it. Then it is what it is.
Yeah.
But let me see if I pull it out real quick. I hope they let me download it to my thing. So I just copied it. All right, fuck it. You know what? We're just gonna share it to the computer. Screw it. I ain't doing all that. Waste of time, man. You don't say the schedule. Let's pull it up. Fuck. We just do all that, man. But let's pull it up real quick. There we go. All right, pull it up real quick. This is why I got a laptop, man, so I can do stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
I don't got to download this stuff. Like, look at this. All right, so can y'all see that? Is all right. So we don't give a fuck about preseason because I don't give a shit about that. Week 1, Commanders, September 7th. Hold up. Is that it? Hold up. Get that one. All right. Let me add another tab because I pulled up another link. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, it's a little small, but yeah, I can see it.
All right. So after all that, the Commanders, week 1, I think they lose that game. Week 2, the Dallas Cowboys, I think they lose that game. The Chiefs, week 3, Sunday Night Football, they lose that game. Week 4, Chargers, they're losing that game. Week 5 at the Saints, I think they beat the Saints.
I think that's more right there too. Yeah.
I think they beat the Saints. Eagles, Thursday Night Football, we're beating them. So they're losing that game. Week 7 at the Broncos, October 9th, 4 or 5, they're losing that game.
I think they can win that game. I think that's
no,
true.
I don't think so. I think Bo Nick's going to beat them. By then, I think their team's going to be. I think they're going to lose to the Broncos.
They're gonna either beat the Chargers or the Broncos. I don't think they'll lose. They'll lose both. I think they're gonna be one of them too.
So yeah, I think they're gonna win only 2 games.
Yeah.
At the Eagles, we're sweeping them, so they're losing that game. At the 49ers, they're losing that game. At the 49ers are beating them. I think Bryce Huff will get a sack on them. At the Bears, they're losing that game. I think the Bears are gonna be. I think the Bears are gonna be a little bit better as people think.
I think the Bears, bro. Everybody's actually thinking fucking the Bears gonna go to the playoffs and that shit, bro.
They're not going to the playoffs, but they'll beat the Giants.
Nah,
I think the Giants.
I think they're losing to the Giants. I have 3 games winning right there.
Okay. At the Packers, November 16th.
They losing.
Okay. At the Lions.
They losing.
At the Patriots, Monday Night Football.
They winning. That's 4 wins right there.
I think they lose that game. I think Drake May's going to beat them. Mike Vrabel, Patriots. I think they lose to the Patriots at Foxborough. I think they will lose that game. Commanders.
They lose. They win. I think they're gonna split with the Commanders. That's 5 wins right there.
I think the Commanders sweep them. At the Vikings. I'm sorry, Vikings at home against the Giants.
I think if they win against the Bears, I think they lose against the Vikings. So I'll put a lose on that one.
At the Raiders.
I think they win the game. That's 5
to the Raiders.
So that's 6 wins for me. I think they can win 6 games.
Yeah, well, I got them only. I got the only winning them. I think they can win 2 games, and I think they lose to the Cowboys. So I got them losing to the Cowboys. I got them losing to the Raiders. I think they lose to the Vikings. I think they lose to the Commanders. I think they get swept by the Commanders. I think they lose to the Patriots. I think they lose to the Lions. I think they lose to the Packers. I think they lose to the Bears. I think they lose to the 49ers. I think they lose to the Eagles. I think they lose to the Broncos. I think they're going to lose to the Eagles again. I think they beat the Saints by 1 point, in some overtime fashion. They'll lose to the Chargers. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They're going to lose to the Cowboys. They're going to lose to the Commanders. And they're going to lose to the Patriots. They're going to lose. They beat, I think, the Jets. That's preseason. Never mind. So, when you look at it, I think they go 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. So it'll be 1-4 because they'll beat the Saints. 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 1-8. Okay, you say they'll beat the Bears. All right, I'll give it to you. 2-9. Okay, I'm sorry. Is that 2-8? 2-8. All right. 2-9, 2-10. They're out the playoffs already.
Oh, yeah.
2-11. Okay, you want to give them the Patriots game? Okay, so they're 3-10. All right. I'm sorry. So yeah, 3-10. Bye week. You want to give them the Commanders game? Okay, they split the Commanders, so they're 4-10. You want to say the Vikings? They're going to be 4-11. You want to give them the Raiders game? Okay, so they're so it'll be 5-11. And then so you want to give them the Cowboys game?
No, I think they lose to the Cowboys. Oh, it depends. I think they lose to the Cowboys, bro.
Okay, so it'll be what? It'll be 5-12.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know if you're gonna make the playoffs.
They ain't making the playoffs. They ain't making that.
Giants match up with Washington. Dude, I almost lost $100 to Bones, man. I'm so glad I won those $100, man. I had to take a work that day just to watch them. I'm not making that bet ever again. It depends on JJ McCarthy. That is true. I think JJ McCarthy, if he don't work out, bro, I think the Vikings might be bad, man.
Yeah.
They need him to work out, bro.
Hell yeah.
Because you already got Jordan Addison, you got Justin Jefferson. You drafted the dude from Alabama last year. Who did you draft? You drafted that pass rusher, that rookie.
Oh, I forgot his name.
But he was good. Then you draft this year. Who did you draft? Who did the Vikings draft this year? Didn't they draft another player?
I have no idea who. I didn't follow them, bro. I have no idea who they got this year.
So if JJ McCarthy works out for them, it could be a scary team.
Yeah, they can be really good. You're right about that.
It could be them Lions again.
They still have Brian Flores for the DC over there that he did really good with the defense last year.
Do you think the Lions take a step back? Because I think they might take a step back without Ben Johnson.
It's possible. It is possible.
I think halftime think that we're going to lose to the Lions. I think we're going to beat the Lions, man. I think we're going to beat them with Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
I think we can beat the Lions. I don't think the Lions are scary. I'm sorry. I don't. I think we got the defense to do it, man. And it depends how our season is. And this is only early predictions, but once the season starts, we'll officially know we can beat these teams.
Exactly. But you gotta think too, bro. It all depends how Kevin Patullo is gonna be as well. Because we saw how on
Brian Johnson
was. And I mean, it wasn't really Brian Johnson, it was Nick Sirianni. So Nick Sirianni gotta stay away as far as possible from play calling, as far as from on all the side of the earth, bro. Because if he has any hands on that play calling, yeah, we fucked, bro.
Okay, if that's what you think, bro. We you with Sam Bradford.
I mean, we always do.
Like the fact that you think you're gonna beat us, hey man, what power to you, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we beat you with Sean Desai. Hey, bro, when we beat you with Sean Desai as our defense corner in 2023, and even though we split with y'all, the last game didn't mean nothing, but the first game we beat y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on, man. Like, all right, put down the crack now, man. Let's get back to reality. You ain't that great. Of course, the Lions are going to take a step back. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of their coach, bro. I'm sorry. I think he's overrated.
I like his personality and stuff like that, bro.
Absolutely. But I don't think he's an elite coach.
like coaching wise, X and O's, I don't think he's that good either. I think he's better than Nick Sirianni, but I don't think he's like he's all of that whenever it comes to X and O's either, but
Dan Campbell is better than Nick Sirianni, a Super Bowl champion coach.
Whenever it comes to the X and O's, hell yeah. I think Nick Sirianni is a freaking moron whenever it comes to play calling or anything like that, bro.
Dan Campbell has never made to a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowl appearances. Nick Sirianni's made to
bro. First time that he went to the Super Bowl, who was calling the plays?
Doesn't matter.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Not as a head coach overall, but just whenever it comes to the X and O's, whenever it comes to play calling and stuff like that, I think Dan Campbell is better than him.
Dan Campbell is better than our coach Nick Sirianni. You rather Dan Campbell caps bites? This is the same dude in the playoffs who got in his way. Him.
He is trash.
Against the Commanders. Him. You rather have him over Nick Sirianni?
Hell, bro, any day. You put any head coach on the Eagles team this year or in 2022 and in 2023, we would have probably gone to the Super Bowl in 2023 as well, to a Super Bowl, if a coach that could call plays. I'm telling you, bro. Look, I like his personality. I just don't like. I love the way that he's with the players. I love the that he kept everything together and stuff like that. But whenever it comes strictly to play calling, he is trash.
So is Dan Campbell.
I'm not saying.
What did he do?
I'm not saying Dan Campbell is great either. But to me, he's better than Nick Sirianni.
How we know? He never called plays yet. This is going to be his first year he's going to call plays.
Did he play his first year over there?
Who do you think was calling the plays?
No. I'm talking about I knew it was Ben Johnson, but I think in the first year, wasn't it Dan Campbell that called the plays at his first year with the Lions?
Ben Johnson came with Dan Campbell the first year, didn't he?
I don't know, man. I thought he came in like the second year.
No, he came in the first year. That was his first year with the Dan Campbell hired Ben Johnson, the offense coordinator. It's going to be the first time Dan Campbell's going to have the full. I think he's going to have a full play call. And when he did call plays, he got in his own ways. He was the one who went on for a fourth down, and choked. I mean, I'm sorry. I take Nick Sirianni over Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell gets over his head sometimes. I mean, we talk about Nick Sirianni get over his head sometimes. I get that. But when Nick Sirianni had to make adjustments, he does that. Dan Campbell.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because whenever in 2023, which was last year, whenever we needed adjustments, he didn't make no adjustments. Bro, it was a whole year the same thing, bro. We were all calling for his job.
This year.
But this year it wasn't really, bro. It was Howie Roseman that said like, yo, either you got to take a back seat, play no call, no, you're not gonna have no involvement whenever it comes to play calling whatsoever, or you are out of here.
You know, Stu would have got
adjustment. You was telling Moore's game plan and play calling.
Hey, you lucky Stu Vision ain't here to correct you on that one, man. He would have got on you, bro.
Oh man, that's just how I see it, man. Like
I respect your opinion, man. You got some, I'm sorry, but
look,
Dan Campbell, I'm not.
I would agree with you if you would have made any changes in 2023, bro. But bro, he made no changes the whole year, and that was strictly him play calling. Not only that, the last 6, bro. I just can't get over it. The last 6 games, they figure it out to just keep blitzing Jalen Hurts. Even Jalen Hurts, like, what do I do here? You know what I'm saying? Because Nick Sirianni had no adjustment. He had not, like, he didn't know what to do.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
you have your quarterback calling the ops which was the defensive coordinator from the Giants at the time, saying, "Yo, like, what do I do whenever it comes to the blitzing and stuff like that?" When do you ever seen that?
I mean, he has more wins than any other coach, right next to who.
No, you look. I'm not saying you're right. That we cannot.
I didn't see
None of
Dan
the
Campbell
wins we
feeling the same
cannot take away from him.
saying.
You cannot take that away from him. The wins on and all of that. But he's blessed with the organization. He's blessed with the team that he has around. You know what I'm saying? And he's blessed with the freaking quarterback that he doesn't care about stats. What he cares about winning. But one thing he's elite at is keeping the locker room together. At that, I gotta give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. That's my phone. Oh, OG Wade. I guess OG Wade when we sent this one. Okay, this one. I'm sorry. I'm not taking no Dan Campbell, bro. Dude, he can bite all the kneecaps he wants. I'm not taking no Dan Campbell over him. Bro, I'm sorry, but to say Dan Campbell is better than our coach who just want like, and this is the guy has like you can talk about Nick Sirianni all you want. He's not a winner to me. I'm sorry. Dan Campbell's not a winner to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, bro. You can't look. He changed their organization around, bro. You cannot say that he did
he
not.
Makes a lot of dumb mistakes, though.
He did, but you cannot say that
he completely changed.
The freaking Lions hadn't gone to the NFC Championship game, bro. He was just like the Cowboys and the Commanders and all of that, bro. He took like I don't know if it was like 30 years or some shit like that too, you know. But it was like over 20 years as well, bro. They were losers, even with Matt Stafford.
If you think Dan Campbell is better than, hey, and it's your opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion. I respect it. But I'm sorry. I don't think Dan Campbell. I don't think Dan. I just want the link, man.
And overall, look, I think if you give a team a team that because I think the Eagles have a better team than the Lions as well. We have a better quarterback. Do you agree? We have a better quarterback. We have better wide receivers. We have a better tight end.
Quarterback again?
I said we have a better quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a better quarterback. Do you agree? Do you agree that we have a better quarterback than the Lions?
Oh, absolutely. Jared Goff stinks.
Okay. Do you agree that we have a better wide receiver core than the Lions?
The Lions don't have a better no, we have a better receiver core.
Okay. Do you agree that we have the better running back than the Lions?
We have a better running back, yes, we do.
Do you agree that we have the better tight end than the Lions?
The better tight end?
Bro, Goddard is the top 3 right now, I'll say, bro.
Tight end over there, man. I like that tight end.
No, I like him too. Don't get me wrong. I think he's the top 5, but
he's younger too.
I think Goddard is still better than him right now, though. On defense, we have a better defense than the Lions. Or at least last year, you know. So overall, I think we have a better overall team than what the Lions had.
Yeah, but dude, who has the better? You telling me? So like, and this is a good discussion. I like this, but I'm sorry, but Dan Campbell, I've seen him blow big leads, man. And when I see Nick Sirianni, it's like Nick Sirianni. You can talk all you want about him, but he makes the adjustments. It's like I don't think Dan Campbell knows how to make the adjustments.
But I can't.
Ben Johnson and couldn't take him to a Super Bowl. The man had the number 1 seed and blew it against the Washington Commanders.
You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. But look, he's quarterback. Jared Goff is trash. Not trash. He's average, bro. To me, Jared Goff is average. I think if Jalen Hurts was on that team with Dan Campbell, I think they would have gone to the Super Bowl. If you would have traded quarterback, if you would have give us Jared Goff with the same team we have, and you would have give the Lions Jalen Hurts, I think the Lions would have make to the Super Bowl instead of us. Do you agree or disagree with that? Do you think
was better than Nick Sirianni? Okay. Do you think that Kyle Shanahan is better than Nick Sirianni?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Why are you capping, bro?
I'm not. Bro, are you serious?
Why are you doing this to me?
Come on.
You're telling me Kyle Shanahan, the guy who chokes 2 Super Bowls, is better than Nick Sirianni, who's won 1 Super Bowl and has been to 2. Is better. Kyle Shanahan is better than Nick Sirianni.
Look, there's some things that Nick Sirianni is better than him. Like I said, keeping a team together and all of that. I think Nick Sirianni is better. Whenever it's strictly to X and O's, Kyle Shanahan is like 20 times better than Nick Sirianni, bro.
Kyle Shanahan has choked 2 Super Bowls to the same team.
You're right. But so has many.
You would trade Nick Sirianni today for Kyle Shanahan.
Let me tell you something. Do you know the only team that has beat Patrick Mahomes on a Super Bowl is only us and
who's the coach?
Tom Brady.
Who's the coach?
And Tom Brady.
Who's the coach?
To me, it was Jalen Hurts.
No. Who's the coach who beat Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, Nick Sirianni was.
So why would you pick Kyle Shanahan, who's never beaten him over? But the Nick Sirianni's beat. Oh, come on.
He wasn't. Nick Sirianni. Was he calling the plays? No. If he was calling the plays, then I'll say he strictly beat Patrick Mahomes. Was he calling on the plays on the defense or on the offense?
He told Kellen Moore to call that big shot to Devontae Smith, right?
That's all he does. He's calling big shots.
Was that not the big part of the game, though?
That was that one. I'll give it to him. Yeah, I'll give it to him. That one I can give it to him. But that's one play, bro. One play out of how many?
The biggest play, right? Wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was the biggest play. Yeah, you know what the biggest play was? To me, the biggest play was the interception of Cooper DeJean. I think that was the biggest play.
How did you take Kyle Shanahan over him, man?
I think 90% of the people would have taken Kyle Shanahan over Nick
Sirianni. No, not 90% Eagle fans wouldn't take him over. The 49er fans would. 99% Eagle fans would not take no Kyle Shanahan over Nick Sirianni, who's a Super Bowl champion.
Hey, like right now, I would still take Kyle Shanahan over Nick Sirianni, bro.
Would you take Sean over him?
Unless he changes. Like I said, if you tell me, okay, let me put it this way. Okay. The only way I would have keep Nick Sirianni is like if Howie say, hey, you're never gonna be involved in a play calling, okay? Whoever comes in, every time someone comes in, it gotta be someone that actually know what they're doing. You know, which that's why I am scared for this year because we don't know what Kevin Patullo is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Now Kellen Moore, we knew what Kellen Moore was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm a little more confident because whenever Brian Johnson came in, I was confident as hell. I was like, oh, we have Jalen Hurts. If anything happened, we still have Jalen Hurts. You know, but Jalen Hurts was still learning. Now, 2 years after that, I think Jalen Hurts is ready to if something like 2 years ago happens, I think Jalen Hurts can take over and he's better at reading the defense and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Would you take Sean McVay over him?
Bro, I would have take Sean McVay. I would take I would take pretty much half of the coaching staff right now over Nick Sirianni, bro.
With disrespect to Nick Sirianni from Eagles Uncut 2.0.
Bro, I don't like this guy because just...
And you saying this. You don't believe this. You will not take no day. You would take Sean McVay over Nick Sirianni right now, the most listen, Nick Sirianni has more coaching wins. He's up with one of the best in Bill Walsh.
He does.
You would take a Dan Campbell, a Sean McVay, and a Kyle Shanahan who's been to 2 Super Bowls and lost to the same quarterback?
Well, Sean McVay, he won one. He's the same as
against the Bengals. Okay, but has he gone back there?
Look at his team.
He is Matthew Stafford.
Who you take right now, Jalen Hurts or Matthew Stafford?
Right now, Jalen Hurts. But we not act like Matthew Stafford ain't a great quarterback.
No, he is. He is. He's great. Matthew Stafford is great. I think he
okay, so why can't he not get back?
10. What happened?
Why couldn't he not get back?
Bro, this year he had Nuka Paku. Well, what's his name? The other wide receiver that he's really good. Cooper Kupp is washed. So pretty much they only have one wide receiver. The running back, he's decent. And their defense is nothing but young guys. They're the only team that almost beat us, bro. We blow everybody else out on the playoffs. You know why they didn't go back last year? Because we had a better team. Because we had a better quarterback.
Right. The better coach would have definitely beaten the better coach, right? I mean,
the coaches cannot play the game.
He would have been in a Super Bowl, right? So not Nick Sirianni. So
the coaches can't play the game.
No, the coach plays though, right?
They coach. No, some of them play calls. Some of them actually coach.
So didn't Nick
Sirianni take the back seat and he just watch it from the bench? That's what Nick Sirianni does.
You're giving Nick Sirianni no credit, bro.
No, look. No, I like I said, I give him the credit of keeping the team together. I give him the credit of like whenever there was all that stuff with AJ Brown, reading the book on the sideline and stuff like that, and keeping the team together and stuff like that. I give him the credit for that, bro. But I cannot give him the credit on play calling and like I just can't, bro. And some of like the fourth downs whenever he calls fourth down to go and stuff like that, I gotta give him the credit to that as well. Didn't
Dan Campbell take a back seat to Ben Johnson?
He did, but I still think.
Okay. So how is he better than Nick Sirianni? I just want to know because you just said Nick Sirianni took a back seat to Kellen Moore and all these guys, but did Dan Campbell do the same thing?
Dan Campbell never had a debacle of a season like we did in 2023. And that was strictly under Nick Sirianni. What happened?
He had Ben Johnson, did he not?
He did have Ben Johnson.
Did he go to the Super Bowl?
No, but he went to an NFC Championship game.
Did he go to the Super Bowl?
He didn't go to the Super Bowl, but he go to the.
But
did he had the team that the Eagles had? He had the team that the Eagles had. He took a team last year. He took
the last 2 years with the Lions. What are you talking about, Eagles? Like, come on.
Say that again.
Ryan Branch, C.J. Gardner-Johnson was over with the Lions. They had they had the exact same offense they had this year that they had last year.
But our team is still better than the Lions team this year or last year.
They were scoring more points than the Eagles, weren't they not?
They were, bro. But we still look. Okay. We cannot do this. Okay, we cannot say, oh, just because they're scoring more points or because they were having more passing yards.
I love this debate, bro.
I do too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We cannot say just because that, like, if that's to me, it, like you said, it's about winning because Nick Sirianni or the team really wins. Okay. And I gotta give him credits on the wins. That's something that me or nobody else cannot take away from Nick Sirianni, But overall, to me, whenever it comes to the X and O's, I think Nick Sirianni, and I'm going off strictly based off that 2023 season, bro. Whenever you cannot adjust and everything is under your shoulder, everything is under you, and you cannot make no adjustment whatsoever. Even after you're losing after losing, and you still keep doing the same thing after the same thing, that you actually have to take a back seat And that's why we go back to the Super Bowl. Bro, we should have at least 2 Super Bowls by now, bro, under him with this team.
Wait. Did Nick Sirianni lose that game, or was that John again?
No. That was I think it was Jonathan Gannon.
Okay.
I think that was Jonathan Gannon. But
so what was the excuse for Dan Campbell not getting to the Super Bowl this year? What was the excuse? He had no quarterback?
No, the quarterback, I mean, like I said, it was average, and they lost the Commanders game too because of the quarterback as well. But besides that,
No.
bro, they were hurt. Their whole defense was hurt, bro. The whole defense was hurt. You know how many players they were missing?
2023.
Do you know how many players they were missing? They were missing 15 players that were hurt, bro. And they still got to the NFC Championship game.
They had the number 1 seed.
15.
They had the number 1 seed. All they had to do was beat the rookie quarterback.
You're right.
To go to the Super Bowl.
Bro, 15 players. It's a miracle that they even fucking made the playoffs with 15 players on defense being hurt.
They could have beaten Nick Manis with 15 guys hurt. All they needed was a better coach, make better decisions. And this dude wanted to put his, this dude calls himself eating taking chunks out of his legs or arms. I don't know what he says.
So it's Dan Campbell's fault that Jared Goff threw for 5 interceptions?
It's Dan Campbell's fault for not taking the points and taking the 3 instead going for it all the time. Yes, it is.
It's his fault for Jared Goff throwing 5 interceptions.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you stop running the ball, when you know it's working for you, and you decide to throw the ball with a quarterback who you know can't really throw the ball, yes, it is your fault because you should know what your quarterback's strengths are.
Bro, Jared Goff was so bad that he was like, there was one of the games that he only had like 100 and something yards because they were just running the ball because they didn't trust freaking Jared Goff anymore, bro.
The fact that you even defended Dan Campbell when he had the best offense is crazy to me.
They still went to the NFC Championship game. Yeah,
and he lost to a rookie that we beaten, that Nick Sirianni's beaten.
You're right. But
so
if he had the team that Nick Sirianni had, he would have been to 3 Super Bowls already.
Dan Campbell would win 2.
Let me tell you something. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
For the past 3 years, okay, if we had Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, do you think you don't think we would have gone to the Super Bowl for 3 years?
No, because he would get in his own way, like he's doing the Lions. Nick Sirianni would have taken the Lions to the Super Bowl. I promise you that one.
Even you don't believe that, bro.
With Ben Johnson, yes, I do. You want to know why I do it? Because he's taken 2 offense coordinators under him to the Super Bowl. Whether you want to say he called plays or not, so Dan Campbell didn't call plays either. Okay, Sean McVay don't even call his plays. I think he gives it to the offense coordinator that they hired. Didn't they have an offense coordinator with the Rams?
Wait, say that again?
Sean McVay, I don't think calls the plays. I think he gives it all.
No. Sean McVay, he calls the plays there, bro.
And you see why he didn't get to a Super Bowl ever since he's taken play calling over, right?
No. He always play call. Whenever he went to the Super Bowl, he's the one that was play calling.
No, I think he had an offense coordinator that just
that's why they call him the boy genius over there, bro.
Yeah, he's not a boy genius. We know he's overrated. He's not the boy genius. Just because they call him boy genius does not mean he's the boy genius. How are you the boy genius and you're Matthew Stafford and you can't be the so-called not the better coach, but yet you lose to him?
Because we had a way better freaking team than what they did. You don't win. Like, you can have the best coaching ever, but if you don't have a team around that coach, what happened?
The better coach usually, I don't care what team you have.
No,
better coach always outbeats the better team.
No, because let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. Do you consider Bill Belichick elite coach?
Bill Belichick has won Super Bowls, right? Even though he cheated most of them, he's still a good coach, is he not?
No, I think he's elite. Don't you think he's elite?
I think he's a good coach. Yes. I think he's elite. Yes.
No, bro, good coach. 6 Super Bowl, bro. Cheating or not, 6 Super Bowl.
Great coach.
Okay.
But I'll give you the instant, right? 2004, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. Who had the better team?
2017, you said?
No, 2004.
Oh, tell you the truth, bro. Anything be
Who had the better team, though? That's why
no. What I'm saying,
I'm bringing it up to you. I'm gonna tell you who had the better team. Who had the better team?
I don't, but I look. I started following the Eagles since 2015, bro. So back then, I don't know. Tell you the truth.
Oh, I tell you who had the better team. The Eagles did. Who had the better coaching? The Patriots. Who won? The Patriots. We had Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah Charter, Michael Lewis, I think Quentin Michael, Lito Shepard, and Sheldon Brown. We had 2 elite corners on each side. We had a number one. We had the number 1 offense, I believe, that year, with Don McNabb as playing as superior in the playoffs as possible. We had a number 1 receiver in T.O. that was averaging over almost 1,000. I mean, he was going crazy.
Okay, hold on.
And then we lose him for a couple games. We still was able to have a elite defense that year. We had everything, but we did not have the coach to win the game.
Let me ask you this then.
Who won the game? The Patriots did. Why? Because they had the better coaching. It don't matter.
So are you saying that Nick Sirianni is better than Andy Reid?
Yes.
Oh my!
Because Andy Reid only won when he went to Kansas City with Mahomes.
He had 3 Super Bowls. You're saying so much about the Eagles going to the Super Bowl and Nick Sirianni going to the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls and winning 1.
And Campbell has not won none. Dan Campbell, how many Super Bowls have Dan Campbell been to?
And that's why I'm not. Look, that's why I'm saying, in my opinion, to me. But I'm not disputing that you're wrong about you thinking that Nick Sirianni is better. You know what I'm saying? But whenever it comes to Andy Reid and Nick Sirianni, bro, that there is no way anybody in their right mind think that Nick Sirianni is better than Andy Reid, bro. 3 Super Bowls, 3 wins, beat to what? On 4 or 5 in the last 3 seasons.
Me, I think he's better. Because you became an Eagle fan in 15.
No.
I watched Andy Reid choking playoff games before you became a fan.
You're right, but let me ask you this, because we were talking about this right now. Okay, you said that the better coach always win the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but put it on the chat. Okay. Let's ask on the chat. All right, chat. Who is the better coach, Andy Reid or Nick Sirianni? But not only that.
The question is, who was the better coach in Philadelphia?
No, I can't say. I didn't watch it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You want me to tell you what Andy Reid did? Nothing. Made to the NFC Championship game how many times with a quarterback that, and everybody wants to talk about McNabb. McNabb was a good quarterback. The problem with McNabb was he would get in his way. Okay, and his ego got in the way. But he was a good. We're not going to act like McNabb wasn't a. McNabb with Nick Sirianni would win a couple Super Bowls. I truly believe McNabb with T.O. was a bad chemistry because they both were all about themselves. It was a bad matchup. McNabb's problem was he was a diva mentality quarterback. We didn't know at the time he was like that, but he was a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That he made bad bonehead decisions. Absolutely. My problem with McNabb was he wasn't a winner. Jalen Hurts is a winner. McNabb never had that winning gene. He reminds me of what Lamar Jackson is in Baltimore, except he won't get to the Super Bowl, where he can get you to the playoffs, but when it comes to winning big championships, he folded. But I do think that Andy Reid was part of it. Andy Reid, like for example, that Super Bowl 39, you had one of the weakest defensive ends in Patriots history. You got Brian Westbrook, who you could use in the Super Bowl, and when you ran the ball, they couldn't stop it. Andy Reid believed in passing all the time. Nick Sirianni, one thing I like about him is he knows when to run and when to pass. Dan Campbell.
Look, I want to believe you, Juan.
Go ahead.
I want to believe you. I really want to believe you, bro. But I can't because of 2023. He could have fucking run the ball against the Bucks on the playoffs the whole season. DeAndre Swift had like he had like even you said it. Even you said it. You came on the show. Even you said it. You said that you would have given the ball to DeAndre Swift like the first half. The second half, you would have disappeared, and then you would have bring like another 3 carries on the third quarter, and then no more. Everything was passing. What happened on the debacle whenever we lost 6 straight? The same thing. And then in the playoffs against the Bucks, he had 5 carries. How can you say that that Nick Sirianni knows when to run and when to pass? He doesn't. He's not playing. He's not doing the play calling. Am I wrong?
Campbell know when? Does Dan Campbell know when to run and pass? Because we haven't seen it in the playoffs.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, I might be wrong. A rookie quarterback. He sure knew how to coach in, right?
I might be wrong. I might be wrong about Dan Campbell, but I think overall, Nick Sirianni.
I know you're wrong about Dan Campbell because you know you wouldn't take no Dan Campbell over Nick Sirianni.
Right now, I would. I still would take Dan Campbell over Nick Sirianni. It's the same. Like me, that might be a crazy take or whatever.
It is.
But it is. You know what crazy? We know what's crazier than that. You saying Nick Sirianni is better than Andy Reid?
Nick Sirianni's never won a Super Bowl.
Andy Reid won 3.
Kyle Shanahan won none, but yet you would take Nick Sirianni. You would take Kyle Shanahan, who's choked 2 Super Bowls against the same quarterback, over Nick.
I would. If you had the same team, if you give me the same team that Nick Sirianni has, and you just replace the coach, Kyle Shanahan would have won 3 already with the Eagles. You know why he would have won 3? Because even whenever it was Jonathan, my bad, bro, it's my son right here. He want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Even whenever it was, if it was Kyle Shanahan on that Super Bowl, he would have probably said something to Jonathan Gannon at half, and like, "Yo, you gotta change some of this shit." Nick Sirianni couldn't say anything because he doesn't know anything about the defense, first of all, and on the offense, he doesn't know shit about X and O's. Now, I'm not saying to say like, "Oh, I know everything," because whenever it comes to X and O's as well, I don't know much either. You know. But I know, but my eye test, not just my eye test, 90% of the Eagles fans was calling for his job in 2023. I know whenever you need to run and whenever you need a pass. I know whenever something's not working.
He made adjustments this year, didn't he?
He wasn't calling the plays.
So was Dan Campbell, but yet you take Dan Campbell over him.
We're talking about Nick Sirianni now. Look, I'll give you that. You beat me. Maybe Nick Sirianni is better than Dan Campbell. Maybe. Okay?
He's definitely better than Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell can't even make it to a Super Bowl.
That's fine. But he's not better. He's not better than Kyle Shanahan. He's not better than Mac McVay.
He's not better than Kyle Shanahan. Better than
Reid. Maybe he has a better. He's gonna have a better overall career with the Eagles, in terms of winning and stuff like that. But as a coach itself, he's not.
The family. He's nothing like his daddy. He's nothing like his daddy, man. Same thing he did with the Falcons, man. The choking always follows every coach. Look at Dan Campbell. I'm sorry, not Dan Campbell. That's another one. Anytime you have a Dan or a Kyle, they choke, man. I'm sorry. Kyle Shanahan, whatever you want to call him, it's a joke, man. I'm sorry. I think he's the most overrated coach. I'm sorry. You would think with that defense the 49ers had, you would be able to beat Mahomes, and you can't beat him twice. And Mahomes had the worst passing. That's the thing. Mahomes was the worst Mahomes that you could possibly play. And they lost.
I'm sorry, but let me ask you one thing though.
Go ahead.
Do you think where do you rate on Brock Purdy and quarterbacks? Top 10, top 20?
I know you blame the quarterback. I thought Brock Purdy
No,
was
no,
all.
no. I'm just no. I'm not blaming. I'm not saying. I'm not blaming him. I'm just asking. Where do you blame him? I mean, where do you rank him?
I mean, I think he's better than Dak.
That's not the asking. That's not the question I ask. I ask where do you rank? Top 20, top 10, top 30.
I think he's top 15.
He's top 15. Okay.
Top 15.
He's not top 5, right?
Absolutely not. No.
Not
Top
top
5 quarterbacks go to. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, he made it to the Super Bowl. Is he better than Lamar Jackson because he made it to the Super Bowl?
That's a thing that is up for discussion too, bro. Because
Hey.
now was it him or was the system that he was in because of Kyle Shanahan? That's the question, you know. Because let me tell you something. I would never rank Jimmy Garoppolo a top 20 quarterback. Where did he go?
He into a Super Bowl too.
He went to the Super Bowl, right?
With Kyle Shanahan, who lost
with
both
Kyle
times. The two separate quarterbacks he lost to.
Bro, he took Jimmy Garoppolo. He wouldn't start in half of the league, bro, or more than half of the teams.
He's a pretty good quarterback.
He was trash, bro. Come on, now you're capping right now. Don't come with that.
What about Matt Ryan? How come he couldn't win with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones as Dolphins coordinator?
Nah, yeah, he choked, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he choked.
I know he choked. He choked career, but you think he can win 3 Super Bowls with the Eagles?
Because of Jalen Hurts. Just because of Jalen Hurts.
If we had Kyle Shanahan, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd rather Nick Sirianni because we already had a Kyle Shanahan. We already had him. Andy Reid.
We never had a Kyle Shanahan and a Jalen Hurts, bro. Jalen Hurts is a completely different quarterback from anybody. I think the only person that you can compare him to is Tom
Brady. For a trade if Kyle Shanahan was his coach, bro.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would.
If he would have went to that first Super Bowl and he would have won the first Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan was like, yeah, bro, I gotta be quiet.
Kyle Shanahan would decide not to kick the field goal and inside would go for it every time. At least Nick kicks the field goal. Nick sounded one thing about I give him credit for is he learns from his mistakes. I watched Kyle Shanahan go to 2 Super Bowls and not learn from his mistakes. Against the same coach, same quarterback, same pretty much team. They had the exact same team on just a different quarterback. I think a better quarterback, right? Could you argue Brock Purdy's better than Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And yet, the same results.
You're right.
We watched Kyle Shanahan and we scratch our head like, why is he doing this? How many times we watched the playoffs when we weren't in the playoffs in 2023? We watched the 49ers. We say, this coach should be fired. How many times we said that?
In 2023, the Nick Sirianni?
No, not Nick Sirianni. I'm talking about when we watched Kyle Shanahan in the playoffs. How many times we sat back and said Kyle Shanahan don't know what he's doing sometimes? So we know he made some boneheaded decisions.
He just changed the way. I don't know why he changes the way because he it's like he changes whenever he comes to the freaking playoffs, man.
Which was Andy Reid.
No, but
get there. The problem was he couldn't win it in Philadelphia.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still winning right now. It doesn't matter if he doesn't feel like that. That's our ego. 24/7 with us. I know we are butthurt that he couldn't win it with us, but he's still winning with someone. He's still winning 3 out of the last 5. That's more than 50% of going to the Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl.
That Brian Dawkins should have a Super Bowl ring. Jimmy Johnson should have the Super Bowl ring.
You're
Instead,
right.
that dude is in Kansas City winning multiple Super Bowls, man. But he couldn't win in Philadelphia, bro.
I wish he did too, bro. Trust me, I wish he did too.
You know how many times I sat back and say, dude, how can you not beat the Arizona Cardinals in 2008, bro? They had a washed-up Kurt Warner. You came and beat them. And you were the favorites. That's the thing, man. If 2008, which really killed me, was the fact that, I don't know if you're a fan, man. But it's like
I wasn't.
We destroyed the Steelers that year. We would have beaten them in the Super Bowl. I guarantee we would have won that Super Bowl against Steelers. We destroyed them. We owned that team. We beaten the Steelers that year. And we murdered them. And we knew how to play them. All we had to do was beat that sorry-ass Arizona Cardinals team that didn't even belong there. They weren't even the same team as we were, but it came down to coach. And unfortunately, Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald had our number because our defense that year, which we had a great defense, we had a better defense than I thought we did in 2004. And 2004 was a great defense. But 2008, that defense was special. But we had McPuke, who couldn't throw the ball for shit. And then we had Andy Reid with this dumb look. Every time, like we had in the Super Bowl, where he couldn't run the ball because he wanted to pass all the time. And McNabb was also aging that year, too. So you had an aging quarterback that wasn't the same. And all you had to do was run the ball. And he refused to run the ball. And I will give Nick Sirianni credit. When Nick needs to run the ball, he runs it.
Why didn't he run in 2023?
Huh?
Why didn't he run in 2023 when he was the solely play calling of the offense?
Was it though? Because you remember Ben Johnson,
bro.
What did he do with the Commanders? What did he do with the Commanders,
bro?
What did he do with the Commanders?
He's not the play calling on the Commander. He was King Cliffsbury.
What did he do? Cliff Kingsbury hired him as what?
No. He's the passing coordinator, bro. Did you see Jaden Daniels this year?
Did you see him against elite teams? How good was he?
Bro, they made the NFC.
He lost 15 players according to you.
He had one of the best rookie seasons ever. He even had a better rookie season than CJ Stroud had on his rookie season.
He had a better year than CJ Stroud? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Stat-wise, he did. No, not only stat-wise, winning-wise, he had a better season than CJ Stroud had on his rookie year. His stats, win matter, right? Win, going to the NFC Championship game. CJ Stroud lost in the divisional round.
All I know is when Nick Sirianni has a great offensive coordinator or a good offensive coordinator, he can turn into a champion.
A great what? Offense coordinator. You need a great offensive coordinator for him to take a back seat.
You don't think Nick could win with Ben Johnson?
I think that's what I'm telling you.
Oh, so now we get to the meat and potatoes, huh? So who's a better coach?
That's what I'm telling you.
No. You didn't tell me. You told me Dan Campbell. You would take Dan Campbell over Nick Sirianni. Who's the better coach?
I would say if Nick Sirianni was in the Lions, that he cannot win over there with Ben Johnson.
He would win a Super Bowl with Ben Johnson, bro.
If Ben Johnson came to the Eagles with this team, yes. If Nick Sirianni went to the Lions with that team, no.
With Kellen Moore, you don't think he could win a Super Bowl with that Lions team?
Hell no. Hell no.
We agree, disagree, I guess. Hey, bro,
we gotta bring you on the show. We gotta go over this again, bro, because I gotta go now. But we're gonna do a show. We need to talk about this again because this is fun, bro.
We got to bring it up when we have the group, man. I want to hear Eagles. Yeah. I want to hear you and Diamond Eagles Sport. The whole group talk about it. You need to bring up, man.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about this because yeah, bro, this shit was fun though.
It is. It's something to think about, man.
Oh yeah, it is.
I ain't taking no Dan Campbell. I ain't taking Mr. Eating chunks over Nick. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, look, bro, let me let you go. I gotta go now, bro.
Crying in the press conference all the time, like you're the one who lost the game. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for watching as always. I'm about to head out, man. We've been here for a while, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking me. Hit that like button, subscribe to my guy Eagles Uncut 2.0, man. He does a great podcast. Definitely tune into his videos, man. He does really good. He does streaming Eagles games. If you love watching guys, especially during the Eagle season, definitely go subscribe to him, man. He does a really good job, man. Definitely go. It's gonna be fun this year, man. So definitely go subscribe to them, man. Subscribe to Eagles Uncut. And you want to tell them where they find you, like where you can find.
Just type Eagles Uncut 2.0, man. I'm gonna come up.
Social media.
Same thing. I only have Twitter. The Eagles Uncut 2.0 as well. You find me as well, man.
Mm-hmm. And Twitter obviously is
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? AKA the Danny Campbell lover. AKA, Nick Sirianni hater. No, I'm just playing around. But no, Hey, this is a good debate. It's a good debate. I mean, our coach won a Super Bowl, and we'll find out what Nick does. If Nick takes them to another Super Bowl, you going to talk about Dan Campbell again?
I am. No. If he look, man, if this time I'm because this is the first time coach. I mean, first time offense coordinator. If the Nick Sirianni takes the Eagles to the Super Bowl this year with Kevin Patullo, even if anybody say, oh, but Kevin Patullo's calling plays, even if they say that, if they go to Super Bowl and they win a Super Bowl, I gotta say, then I'll say that the Eagles better than Kyle Shanahan, McVay, Dan Campbell, and not Andy Reid yet. Not Andy Reid. You gotta win at least another one or another or like 3 to get to the Andy Reid. But right now, he's not. If he takes to the Super Bowl, to me, he's gonna be number 2.
Behind who? Behind Andy Reid?
Yeah.
I wish you would.
We pick it up. We pick it up again, bro. Okay, I gotta go for real.
All right, bro. I appreciate you for coming.
All right, bro. Thank you, man.
I got you, Skeleton, next time, bro. I got you. We're going to get Daggy back on because we ain't done with him, bro. We ain't done with him. We going to talk about this. Sure.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you all for watching. As always, like, subscribe, man. And peace out. Like Bryce Huff. Peace out.